Bubble stretcher. That sounds
What?
just nasty. A portable biocontainment pod used for transportation of a hot patient. Bubble stretcher.
Yeah, it's like
it's
a stretcher with a bubble on it.
Yeah, so
No.
a highly contagious
Yeah.
patient, you can isolate them.
When you
Yeah,
want
sure.
to.
Kind of makes sense, but if someone just referred to, can you get the bubble stretcher? I'd be
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
extremely fucking
granted.
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
That makes it a little weirder. Frank, get the bubble
And then-
stretcher.
Yeah, then they're calling things bubble stretcher, but then on the same list there's an RQ-1 Predator unmanned aerial vehicle.
Predator vehicle. Is that an ice cream truck?
You wish. It's a long-range drone used for reconnaissance, surveillance, and target acquisition.
You can acquire targets with a drone.
And then you can have another drone shoot the target.
Easy game.
Just drone everything.
We've been playing it. We've been playing it wrong the whole time.
Didn't we go away from drones? Or wanted to go away from drones?
No, we wanted to go away from drones because in the.
No, I
the
think this is
modern
more
days of
like, you know, Obama drones
Yeah,
instead of just
these
your
are
backyard
these are
drones.
drones the size of a
Like a helicopter.
well, yeah, I guess
Like a duster
small
plane.
helicopter. Yeah, like a duster
Yeah.
plane. It has wings and a central body, and not just a whole bunch of helicopter blades going, and then it shoots off in a direction. These are like UAV drones that just sort of circle around in an area and monitor with a bunch of cameras on them, as opposed to a single doing literally fucking everything drone. Or worse, the entire swarm you've got these days.
Like, oh, there's a problem. And then we just flash. Multi-drone. And then we just,
Yeah, there's a
pass.
problem.
multi-drone.
Multi-drone.
Don't solve problem. Multi-drone. Guys, you can't just drone every problem. Okay, so there's a dark cave. I have drone. I have drone vision.
Yes. I have drone vision. Oh goodness.
As you,
it fits so perfect.
It's gonna be the other way around. Like as you approach the cave, you hear a buzzing noise coming from the inside. Bees? No, a swarm of drones with bombs attached to them flies at the party. What?
Not the drones! Not the drones!
And then when you think you're safe, like the enemies have already spotted you with drones like 5 days ago. You thought you were safe in your hotel. There's a drone outside your window. The vampires are watching you with drones. Oh yeah, well we drone their drones. Oh, they have anti-drone tech. At some point, everything's just going to become anti-drone tech. Because
Oh yeah.
do you have drone superiority? No. Well, then you lose.
And that vampire drone looks conspicuously like a bat.
It's just a suspiciously rat-shaped drone. It's trying to mimic being a rat, so it's hovering like 1 millimeter above the ground, but there's clearly just like a rotary blade attached to it.
I think the graphics are bugged. That rat's going T-posing along the road.
No, look, that other rat next to it is doing the same thing. This must be normal because there's like a swarm of them. A swarm of T-posing rat drones.
Yeah, that gives a new meaning to a drone swarm. It's an actual rat swarm.
We just start living in the birds aren't real universe where every bird is actually just a drone, except it's been so long no one knows what actual birds are like anymore. You're just so used to seeing these bird drones everywhere.
And if they go too tightly or get packed too tightly, they form a rat king and just get tangled together, and then there's like a huge mass of drone.
All the rotary blades get intertwined, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's good that in RPG games there's no drones. Or at the very least, you're gonna end up in for balance sake, either the enemies have drones too, which will result in, hey, you were investigating a thing. Bzzz. What's that drone flying behind us? Oh, that's just one of the 100 drones you have to deal with every day. Can't we tell which drones are the good guys and which are the bad guys? It's filled with drones. You just have to assume you are being monitored by the enemy at all times. Which would fucking suck and is the antithesis of some sort of conspiracy game. The what?
Just, yeah. Keep turning every half an hour, wave at the camera. Hi, Mom.
And the alternative is that there exists some sort of anti-drone tech. Just go, oh yeah, like everything's visible on this camera except the vampires. Okay. He's busy with wife and kids in the meantime. Like we said, Matthias will be unavailable, which means that Agent Stone is going to have a case of schizophrenia today. Which means that he's there, but anytime any of you says he can do something, or you can send him in first, or into a dangerous area, and just whisper, hey, I think Agent Stone would do this, and then he goes and does it, because he has no free will of his own. And
oh, my minion.
all three of you can do this, regardless of your location. So it should probably be whoever isn't there actively with him at the time. I love you, Mateo, Agent Stone suddenly says out of nowhere.
Okay,
We should make out! Dr.
That is
Gorm,
not very
please.
Catholic.
is this a test?
Dr. Gorm behind a computer playing with a set of controls controlling Stone from a distance.
There's one big red button that says say something awkward, and he's just smashing it.
That's how you get alibi buck.
Spins 360
Hasta
degrees
la
and walks
vista,
backwards.
baby.
Or any other thing that, Dr. Freeze said. Endless ice puns.
Anything done by Sword. I mean, yeah, he would be Stone
Chill
flavored.
out. I think
I
it was-
crush you
I
like a
can't remember.
bulldozer.
It's been like fucking 25 years since I've seen that shit.
Just-
cringe.
It's
That's
easy.
what I remember.
Just say shit in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice and you'll be fine. I would
He
fall
probably
on
said
you
it
like
at
me,
one
bro.
point or another.
I will make pebbles out of you.
Remember when I said
You
we
know
would
what
be
killed the
friends?
dinosaurs? Ice Age.
No. For Special Agent Boulder, it's gonna be
A meteorite.
a meteorite.
Space rock.
A big space rock.
A really, really big space rock.
It would hurt
Okay.
just like this, and then he punches whatever the fuck in the face.
We are here to rock and roll. And starts shooting.
And I'm all out of roll.
We rock, you roll.
So yeah, if you're like, what is insanity like in this game? It's like this. He has seen the unnatural, and now he starts acting like this. It would be fun. This is actually what just defines a Delta Green agent. You've seen the unnatural, and then you start acting like this whenever your concentration lapses for even a moment.
I mean, that would be a way to create, madnesses. Just randomly roll whenever the madness triggers. Just randomly roll which player gets to dictate what you do.
Your levels of Arnold.
Let's check
Level
your
5
Arnold levels.
Ah!
Oh god, a critical Arnold failure. La, 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 la.
Yeah, it's the unintelligible when you go too far.
It's the scene from the end of Total Recall when he's on
Yes.
Mars without a helmet and he's just going.
That sounded like Bloodlust from WoW, though.
Yeah, that's how they recorded that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's focus. Let's remove the jokes for the purpose of
Too late.
No, baby.
no.
Let's not remove the.
Baby.
No,
I'm just keeping her as what the fuck was her name, Miss Shuli, for the purpose of me keeping somewhat mental track of what's what. Okay. Where were we last time? We got notes, so that's good. During the days you were investigating miscellaneous, then at the end of that, you discovered that whatever the fuck creature this is, or whatever the fuck infection is infecting people, because you cut open a body and found some blue goo, then you found little footprints at the scene of a dead guy that partially exploded from the neck up and partially melted in the sun. And after investigating that, you found some shit that escaped from a plane crash that you trekked through the forest. And after researching the sample of the DNA, you discovered, hey, this belongs to a dead guy, a dead military guy. Who did this belong to? Some guy called Yuli. And then you found his old address. And then you found that his wife and kid are still alive and living somewhere in the area. And because you traced from the plane crash where he's approximately going, you put two and two together and said, you know, he's probably heading over here. You set up a defensive perimeter and did some calculations when he would probably arrive here on foot. And that gave you a few days to do some additional research. While you wait for whatever big thing is crawling through the wooded area arrives here. It seems to be pretty good at hiding itself, but, well, like we said, the state of Montana has a lot of patchy areas with just nothing in it. But this thing also seems to be traveling at night, so you might be able to capture it if you had the right equipment and heavily patrolled the state of Montana in this area. If you were lucky. Big if, since this thing also seems like it's pretty intelligent and has attempted to drive a car at times and has hid itself during the day. And depending on what clues you're going with, may be capable of all sorts of other things, like tricking people or imitating voices or maybe shapeshifting or maybe calling people. So who knows what its intelligence level exactly is.
Cool.
Not level 2.
I make phone call. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. You don't know.
Would that be like a reverse order though? Like Arnold 5 is where we start and then we like work up towards like Arnold 1, or is it like
Only works in reverse.
Yeah, of course, because then you are peak Arnold.
Arnold, there is only one level 1 Arnold in this world.
Is level 1 Arnold Max Arnold, or is level 1 Arnold like critical failure Arnold? What's
No,
level
he's
10
a
Arnold?
Arnold.
Because he's
That's the critical failure
I
Arnold.
guess.
You start from 10 and you go up to real Arnold.
Well, what the fuck is level 10 Arnold then? Is it just a regular guy going, hello, I'm Arnold?
Yeah.
that's when you light up
Just a regular
cigars in
Austrian guy.
restaurants. Your stogies.
You stogie.
That's just a guy with a mildly German Austrian accent.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, people always kind of sound like just kind of sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger because he has a vaguely German accent. I'm actually from Switzerland.
We call him Farnold, or fake Arnold.
Anyway, the Farnold is somewhere in Montana. slowly traveling over there, which gives you an amount of time to do some research. Like we said with the timeline, we expect it somewhere there October 11th, maybe 13th, if things are very slow. In the meantime, you wanted to investigate the flubber gnome small creature that was apparently still going around. Kill, quote-unquote, Bounce, the big escaped one, the Farnold. You wanted to check the bombing that had happened in the area. Maybe Lady gets shooted? I'm starting to think I might have been slightly inebriated when I made these notes. Did you guys make these notes, or did I make them?
You did, and I think we were, at least you and me, probably were inebriated enough to like bounce off each other too much.
Oh god, did I drunk bounce off you while you were drunk as well? Look at these fucking notes. Investigate flubber, kill bounce later. Checking bombing, maybe lady gets shooted. Don't know, maybe ghost FBI.
Well, because the lady told us about Ghost FBI.
Right, you talked to the widow of Mr. Yulee, and Dr. Gorm had a conversation where apparently the ghost FBI had talked to her about her ghost husband, who supposedly she needed to tell about her weaknesses, and anyway he might be manipulated to be put to rest. But yes, ultimately, this is your show. I mean, you can just say, fuck it, we sit around and we twiddle our thumbs for the next few days, and then it's October 11 and we get ready to shoot a thing.
Well, what you stressed last time was we do have flubber going around.
Yes.
So we should probably go after flubber before that gets any worse.
Yeah. Right.
We have about a week.
Since we have a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So we should go and track. Because
Great.
we did get
We should probably set
crows.
up like some kind of excuse to have the local authorities patrol. Just do some flyovers on a heli, just to
I
in
believe
case they see something weird.
right, and then you mean in the area of Montana or in the area of the flubber? Because you can't have them be everywhere at once.
Montana, because if we're going to Seattle, I mean, we want to have some kind of ice.
I believe you already did some checks last time, or insisted that you would, spend time on this to use your authority to have additional patrols and whatnot near Billing. And I believe I also told you that yes, you have sufficiently spent time on this, that if it arrives around that time and you guys are in the area, you will have no problem spotting it and being able to engage it. Assuming it's not, invisible or something. Which, for all you know, might be the case.
True.
Yeah, I mean, shape-shifting.
Yeah. You're gonna see a big guy walking in the field.
It can be.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it can be effectively invisible, but even without being invisible,
Yeah.
Hiding
fucking shapeshifters. Exactly.
It's gonna be Agent Stone.
It's a truck. It's suddenly a truck rolls in very fucking slow. It's got tentacles for wheels.
Yeah. No, actually, it's gonna be
just
that,
hands.
it's gonna be that cartoon truck thing, in the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where the car just walks on the wheels.
No, this guy was a huge Terry Pratchett fan. We just see a wooden chest walking on legs. Like luggage.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And then when you look in its direction, it quickly just
I ain't touching that. Even if we find luggage, I ain't fucking touching that.
Yeah. That thing's gonna eat you.
That would probably kill all of you.
Yeah, sentient pearwood.
Right. Anyway, let's not get distracted. You go back to the scene of the crime.
Are we
You set a time
driving or
limit.
are we occupying a helicopter or
Probably driving.
what are we doing? Okay.
Oh my god, why is it like this?
Boring, but okay. Man, I'm so pissed off at myself for taking away those points from my piloting skills.
What
Oh.
what were you hoping to pilot?
Well, nothing. That's why I took the points out. But
And
now I see airfields everywhere, and I'm like, God damn it!
Airfields.
Yeah.
Airfields?
Yeah.
Airfields. Oh yeah, here's an airport.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
that's what I meant.
I saw one. So airports everywhere is one. Oh, I get what you mean. You removed the skill, and therefore you are now hyper aware of it everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I get the feeling. I get that feeling.
I was like, when would I ever have an opportunity? And now I see those opportunities everywhere. It's fine.
You go up to an airport and there's a 747. You're like, let me fly this.
I mean, probably not.
Fly.
But you know, flashing my FBI badge and taking over a fucking farm duster, using that for my own reconnaissance,
I mean,
like shit like that.
Okay, all right, that would be cool, and you still can do that. You just can't
Yeah,
fly
I
as
just
well.
I won't. Not with 0 points. No, thank you.
Roll to not crash. Matteo regrets crash.
Matteo
Because
Because
it's made it look so easy. On the shitty cartel highway, or what was it called? Runway.
you know, maybe a pilot with narcolepsy isn't the best idea.
Yeah, okay, fair. That's also true.
Yes.
Matteo's so excited.
I mean, they got autopilot. We just might wake up with very low fuel and suddenly way too far away somewhere.
You fall asleep and suddenly you hear beeping, beep, 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 beep. Ground approaching. Pull up. Okay, let's not get distracted for like a fifth time.
With a Jeep or something, or a Humvee, or I can't remember anymore. It's been a while.
You have your own vehicles. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not driving with my
vehicle.
narcolepsy though.
It's fine. You take whatever cop car you say you have available, and otherwise you take a taxi. It's not a big deal right now. If it's ever something that gets specified at the start of an adventure, or you guys specify, then it gets on paper. Until then, not really relevant. You're taking like half a day's travel time to get somewhere. You hop on a bike and you bike there. I don't care.
You know what we can do? We can take a taxi for no reason and drive with tax money. Isn't that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a budget for this stuff. Or an expense account. I have to imagine Delta Green people are just sort of given a credit card and then said, like, if you have expenses, here you go. They don't expect you to fill in a fucking form afterwards to get your cash back, surely.
I would assume.
No, that's stupid. It's like, okay, we need to buy explosives and all sorts of stuff to deal with this massive problem right now. Can we get permission to buy this, please? Yeah, sure, fill out a fucking form first. Like, I know bureaucracy is a skill, but surely they would also just... I mean, okay, they're not going to give you a credit card with unlimited, buy $1 million worth of stuff sort of money. But for expenses, yeah, who gives a shit? Surely.
Like, what I imagine is that the US military budget is actually like a couple of billions. It just goes up into trillions when you start accounting to Delta Green under it.
That would explain the government spending. We're actually just, everyone's just perfectly within budget for everything else. It's just, fighting Cthulhu is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want everyone on the planet to go crazy? No. Well, then accept that we're going to have a mild deficit.
Like, if money solves not getting completely fucked, maybe money is the way to go.
Exactly. Anyway, back to Greaves' house. Did I have... the little display? I don't think so. Right? It was just described as a cul-de-sac surrounded by forestry with various suburban homes of middle class. Now, you guys here want to track the little gnome thing that was last seen in this area. It is currently near the end of the day. You would have gone there, half a day's travel back to the place. So it's currently the night of October 6th. What exactly is your approach to this? Or who takes the lead?
Well, hey, Guybrush, where did you find those crows that gave us the finger?
Guybrush points to where he found the crows. They were flying over there. One of them was jumping around that part.
Right. You found a bunch of crows that seemed like they were having medical issues. You shot them and then you examined them, and then inside them you found growing human fingers and fingernails forming little armor platings, as well as just killing them with weird tumors. Not quite of the severity that the other bodies seemed to have, but it wasn't doing them any good, that's for sure. Although, it didn't seem like they had a gnome growing inside them or anything.
Yeah.
Now, what you are investigating is basically just a suburban area. Currently, it is somewhere around 9 o'clock. You can probably do one set of investigation during this time. How would you like to approach this? Contact the police, ask them all sorts of questions, contact the neighbors, start asking them stuff, simply do some sleuthing, hope to get lucky by just roaming around. What's your plan? You're looking for a gnome-sized creature running around in this area. Probably avoiding the sunlight, probably pretty good at hiding itself. Might be intelligent, might not be.
In the sewers?
That's a possibility. But what are you going to do? Just start trudging through the sewers, hoping to suddenly encounter a maybe intelligent, maybe not creature with unknown capabilities? That's when it jumps out at you, might just eat you and take over your body?
Do we have any kind of resource on the city side, like, some kind of town officials that we could call about, like, weird occurrences, maybe something like the cleaners around the city? I don't know what kind of companies they would utilize for that, but
Okay, so you mean not so much the
vicinity.
police, but you mean like the trash municipality department? Because municipality consists of a lot
something
of
like
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Do you have a specific
I
one in
mean,
mind? Because
I
it's probably
think they
accessible
would.
to you.
Phone book?
I wouldn't really know personally. Like me,
Okay, a few things come to my mind.
whatever fucking handles things that get shoved into. You mentioned sewers, like whatever gets flushed down the sewers. I mean, if we can find more dead birds with extra fingers on them, that could be a lead.
Or missing workers?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, sure. It's as a good as avenue as any. It sounds like the kind of thing that Mateo would definitely have knowledge of. So why don't we have Mateo take the lead for that? And what sort of skill would you like to use for this? I think it fits, certainly. And I don't think forcing you to do this bureaucratically or anything is fine. It could just be a phone call or talking to someone driving a truck. So whatever skill you think applies, let's just go with that. Are you behind your PC to make a roll, or do I need to do it for you?
Yeah, I am. I'm just checking through my skills and wondering, like,
How would Mateo deal with this? He would obviously navigate the sewers himself with 10%.
No, but I would just look for some some city workers. I mean, there's bound to be someone picking up trash and just chat them up, try to catch some rumors. Human intelligence, maybe.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Go ahead and roll it. Rolling it. That is a 99.
That is a fumble.
That is a fumble. All right.
That's
Okay.
that's as much of a fumble as I can get.
That is as much of a fumble as is physically. I mean, technically, I think 100 is also a fumble, but that's a big fucking fumble. Okay, 99.
Yeah.
How do we translate this into a fumble?
Oh, it's you. You're calling back. Oh shit. Wrong company. Sorry.
Okay. Scenario would be there's some cleaning company doing stuff. They are dealing with a problem in the sewers. Matteo would recognize miscellaneous workers, would go up to them, and then he would fuck up with his human intelligence because he thought it was a cleaning company. And he starts talking to them, and he's like, oh, I'm going to ask you all sorts of questions. Yes, of course, Matteo, very likable and involved in this. They start asking him to help out with a whole bunch of stuff. Here, hold on to this. Excellent. Great.
Sure.
Yeah, then take these. Oh, it just helps. Oh, question. Oh, yeah, we've been searching all sorts of stuff. Instead, we're searching right now. Please hold this flashlight. Yep, as something is cut open with some bolt cutters.
Yep.
And
you find something?
Yep. Oh, of course. You're looking for something suspicious in the area. Oh, we've seen so many things. Yep, we can tell you about all of that. Okay. Reaches in through, yanks out some electrical cable. The power goes out in a nearby building. I was like, okay, phase 2. Could you help us come inside, please? All right. Hold this door open for a moment. And then the van will back up, up to next to the thing. They attach some chains and whatnot. Matteo will then help them by instructing them how to attach certain things to it. And they go, excellent. Also, we'll answer any question. No, of course. Could you see that camera up there? Yeah, could you just smile and wave at that? Thank you. And then they'll say, oh, you know what? I saw some really suspicious things in that over there. What are you looking for? Some sort of gnome creature, you know? We definitely saw that. You know, we're gonna do a quick little drive around the block. We'll be back here in a few minutes. And we're going to talk to one of our good friends at the police force, and then they'll probably be able to assist you. They'll be here in just a few minutes. And then they drive, yanking an ATM out of the wall, which they then put in the back of their van, and they drive off as Matteo is left standing there. Give me an intelligence check on Matteo.
How do I do that?
That means you just go to your main stats, and then you just push the green thing next to you. All right. It takes Matteo to hear the police sirens before he starts realizing, wait a second. Maybe this wasn't what I thought it was. Maybe I made a critical error, and that was in fact some sort of criminal operation. The police is like 30 seconds away. What do you do? What do you do?
What kind of a neighborhood?
It's a good neighborhood. It's just the local ATM next to the 7-Eleven was yoinked along with a chunk of the wall, and you were staring right into the camera as all of this happened, and then you're just sort of left standing here. You probably should have realized that they were not wearing hygienic masks, but balaclavas to hide their identity.
Yeah, probably should have. I'm running.
Okay, roll me athletics. As Matteo tries to escape. You have a 50. Another 57. Oh no. The police will catch up to
I did
Mateo
do nothing. I did do
and
nothing.
capture him as a suspect. He is going to be preoccupied for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, god damn it, they're gonna search me and find like a fake FBI badge on me, and oh man,
Well, you also have some authority on the
Yes,
PD.
they can
sure,
probably get you.
sure, but not in a circumstance like this. I'm going to fucking jail at least over the night. Like holy shit.
At least for a night. That
Probably
makes a lot
arrested,
of
yeah.
sense. Like, who the
Yup.
fuck are
Yeah.
you? Wait, is this guy associated with it? Check the camera footage. Yeah, he was definitely involved in it. Look, here's footage of him help. Why is he just standing here? I don't know. It must have been some idiot fall guy. You're probably not going to prison, but you're definitely not going to be out in the next few days. Which leaves the others to sort stuff out. Obviously, you can also spend your time to try and smooth things over bureaucratically with the police, or if you're an expert in law, with law. But I don't think any of you has that.
I have 0 points in law, but I will try to bureaucracy absolutely.
Yeah, well, more specifically,
I will try and
I was talking about Dr. Gorm and
Oh.
Guybrush. But yeah, go ahead and roll
No.
bureaucracy as well if you think you can shimmy your way
I
through
have-
this. It would
I have
lower the amount
bureaucracy.
of time, not render it to 0.
Yeah, I also have bureaucracy, no law at all. So could I help with the bureaucracy?
I mean, do you show up as his lawyer
Yeah.
the following morning?
Yeah, I could. Well, that maybe
mean,
not lawyer, but another like a colleague of.
Actually, can I before I try and roll yet another failure into my long list of failures? Can I try and persuade them to get my phone call?
Let's see. You would be taken
My one
in.
phone call.
Someone in the night. They would like, yeah, we'll put you in thing. Okay, go make your phone call to call your lawyer. You have your one phone call. Go ahead and roll persuasion. Otherwise, they might want to do it in the morning. Oh, big ass
Okay, here we
success.
go.
Okay, great. You get your one phone call. Who do you call?
I'm calling Gorm.
Okay, Gorm, your phone rings. Ring, ring.
Pick up. Yes.
Hey man, it's Mateo. I'm kinda in where are we?
You're
Seattle
at-
Police Precinct.
Wait, you got picked up?
I kind of might have been tricked into being an accomplice with an ATM heist or something. I'm a little bit in trouble. If you could maybe come and try and help me get out. I don't think they're gonna believe me with all the stuff. I think they're just gonna think I'm a fucking schizo or something.
And by the way, I'm not stopping the eyes and ears because of your talking. It's just how Gorm
Yeah,
reacts.
exactly.
Just completely flabbergasted. I will pull some strings. I hope we could get. We have mutual friends that will help. I
was just trying to fetch information, and I don't know, one thing led to another, and then suddenly we, and it's the police. It's a long story, kind of.
Are you free
Well,
to
I
talk?
mean, they're looking at me. Hey,
Oh, just yes or no question. Is it about the task? Did it have something
no.
to do with this task? Yes.
I mean, kinda, but no.
No. I'm taking that as a no, because I understand. Well,
Mateo was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay.
That sounds like a likable story, but we will use it. So I will get back to you. Well, our mutual contacts will, our associates. We'll get you out today.
Okay. Oh, Mato, in deep shit now.
I am sorry, but I do kind of have to pull strings. I don't even know any lawyers. I will. Well, yes, we will be in touch.
You know where to find me. I ain't going nowhere.
Lawyer Gorm.
I do have some skills in disguise, but that would be horrible. I would get him locked up forever. So yeah. Well, thank you for noticing or noting us, and yes, see you.
Hope so.
Hang in there. I hear.
I hope they. I
Yes,
don't. I hope
alright.
they don't have any soap.
Indeed. I hear it's not it's not the best place for like Mexican descendants, but I will try and push it
Hey, don't start
out.
with that shit now, okay?
Hey, it's not about you. Well, anyway, we should probably get on.
Yeah, I think they want me to stop. Okay, hey, come get me. Bye.
I will. Okay. Next up, as I hang up, well, as I end the call, I call Guybrush and just ask like, "Hey,
Yes.
you wouldn't have any expertise in law, would you?" Mateo, well, Agent Tortilla, he's in a he's picked up by the police, and I think he was set up for something he didn't realize he was getting involved into. At least I hope he wasn't intentionally involved in some kind of criminal activity. But
Did he
he's
use his badge? Tell them
he
it's FBI business and that the investigation is top secret and should not be impeded by the local police.
Well, I'm sure he did. It's just that you do realize he's not of the disposition to be believed easily by the local authorities, even in
We have
Seattle.
badges, and the badges are more than likely linked to actual paperwork and fake IDs within the organization systems.
I have gone through the connections, or however he would put it. Like I've imagined this chain of events, and I think he just wasn't believed enough. And we could go there ourselves and pick up our colleague. But if you have law, you might be able to go over their heads, like the
I
local
am
PD.
not trained in legalese in that manner,
Well,
unfortunately.
do we go and get our colleague out, or should we get our handler involved?
I would
Because I
probably
think we
have the
could.
proper channels handle this. I believe our handler is far more capable and has the right strings to pull.
Yes, I was
We
thinking
do
the
not want to
same.
be implicated and become
Thank you for not fucking me up.
accomplices.
Like escalating this matter might be the best way. I concur. So I will get in touch with our handler, and we should get him out by the end of the night or end of the day, because I wonder what he was up to. I do have to wonder. Wasn't he trying to find out about the cleaning stuff? How did he even?
Yes.
While in jail, am I got like thrown into like a holding area with a bunch of people in
Yeah.
it, or am I just putting? Okay, yeah.
Probably
So
a
I'm
holding
just
cell.
sharing. Yeah, holding cell. Okay. I'm gonna start prying people a little bit.
Okay, give me an example.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hey, say, what you in here for?
A large, burly black man will be sitting there with you, and he will say, "I'm in here for nothing, man. They think I ate a cat. I didn't do it."
Yeah, of course. Why would you eat a cat? They taste like piss, I've heard. But
Oh shit!
Yeah, who would eat a cat? Wait, what? Why do you know that?
it's internet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Man, who the fuck would do that, right? No, I was just eating KFC, and then some cops showed up and said they, along with some of my chicken bones, they had found like a skeletonized remains of a cat, and they were like, "You ate that." Just because I eat a lot of animals does not mean I eat cats.
Right. So how the cat ended up in your KFC bucket though?
It didn't end up in the KFC bucket. I had just poured out my miscellaneous bits of KFC debris sloppily, and it had ended up in a pile next to a dead cat, apparently. And the cops were a little excessive in charging me for littering. And then they were like, "We can slap a cat-eating charge on this." And I was like, "That's fucking stupid." And then they're like, "No, this cat went missing a few days ago, and here it is, already rendered into a skeleton. Clearly you ate it." That's fucking stupid, man.
That's weird. Who would eat it? I mean, I guess you wouldn't, but what the fuck would eat a cat and just leave a skeleton? Where was this?
Oh, like, fuck, what's the
Like
street
fucking
name?
hyenas in town, or like what?
He'll say like, "Oh yeah,
Big rats?
around Mill Creek. Like, it's a good neighborhood. There should be nothing that does something like this. This cat probably went missing like weeks ago, and then the rats ate it or something."
Yeah, what where we live in rats eating cats. It's upside down world.
Yeah.
Men being charged for not crimes they didn't commit.
Yeah.
You hear that? And I kind of yell a little bit out of it.
The cops go, "Shut the fuck up in there."
I ain't done nothing.
The cops aren't having your shit.
I make a note of the area. I mean, it's the only thing even remotely close to a lead I'm gonna fucking catch from my adventures tonight. So
since you were on the investigation, you will mentally note that this is the cul-de-sac where the murder also took place.
Okay.
So maybe it's connected.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, what are the others doing?
I'll give a call to our handler. And explain the situation that Agent Tortilla is held captive. Has been arrested and held overnight for something he has not, like a crime he hasn't committed. There are extenuating evidence, it seems, for him to not even get his FBI identity go through and get him freed. So we are requesting any kind of assistance to get him out of the pickle.
They're like, "Yeah, we'll get right on that, but it'll take a few days. The paperwork, lawyers, cover story, all of that takes a while. I sure hope you didn't need him for something important in the next couple days."
Well,
I mean, you're on the ground. If you can just, use your expertise to get him out, that would probably be way easier to smooth over after the investigation is done.
Well, we actually do need him quite critical to our plans for stopping or for decom. So could I help, or could we help with the paperwork and get through the bureaucracy, get him out earlier?
If you've got some skills to help with this, then that would be welcome.
Excellent. I think we, both me and Agent Guybrush, can use our bureaucracy to hammer through. At least out of
Sure.
character. At least I remember that Guybrush would have a.
Great. You spend the morning
He does.
bureaucracying with the two of you.
Yes.
Give me a bureaucracy
Okay.
skill with help, and then we'll see where we end up. This would be the following morning. Like you contact them at night. You try to make a phone call. The following morning, you need to make calls, police work, whatnot. So
Mine's
this
60, what's
to
yours?
the morning.
50.
Okay. I mean, I don't work for the
Trying
police
to
force, so maybe he
get
knows
him
the
out.
paperwork. So
Yeah. Trying to get him out
Okay.
early. Let's see if you can
bureaucracy
succeed.
with help.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy with help coming up. Help the bureaucracy.
Okay, great. With a success, he'll be out tomorrow,
Yay!
which means you have
Okay.
the rest of the day out tomorrow. Meaning you have the
as
rest
we-
of the day after that.
Do we get a call to him as we inform
Yeah,
him
sure.
that he's gonna get
He's
out?
informed among other things.
Does he tell us about the eating cat?
I don't know. Do you? Does he?
I mean, no. I
Alright.
wouldn't, but I would tell you to, if you happen to pass by and you're, I mean, I would emphasize on hurrying to get me out because there's a guy who eats cats in my cell, allegedly. But I guess I would inform that you might want to check out that area again. Without going
Alright.
too much into details, since it is, probably the jail payphone.
Sure thing. So yeah.
Is it a payphone? Do they expect you to have a
Occupy,
bunch of
no.
fucking quarters in your pocket?
No, but
while
you
you're
know what I
down?
mean when I say
Public- public phone.
Yeah.
He turns around. The fat guy is looking at you, licking his chops. I could go for some Mexican right now.
Please hurry.
Okay,
Is this the
but,
dark gay that you talked about when you talked about the drones earlier? I think it's Dark Gate, but you corrected Dark Gate first. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I need to pick that thread up. Now the Dark Gay is about to see a Mexican that he really wants to go down on.
Yeah. I was gonna make a mention about trying to stay up through the night, but with my narcolepsy, I was like, I better just shut up. But now that it got brought up again, like,
He looks at him. Yeah, I'd better stay awake the entire time. And he does.
There you go.
okay.
You managed to stay calm.
Stay cool, Mateo. Stay cool.
The guy did not seem interested in butt fucking you in your sleep or anything. That's just your paranoia.
Yeah. You're not a cat
Cool.
after all.
Yeah.
So remember to mark your human intelligence and athletics.
Mhm. The stuff you failed. Yeah.
More
Alright.
feelings.
Anyway,
Yeah. Remnants.
Gorm, Guybrush, what do you do the rest of the day?
So yeah, Agent Tortilla said that we should investigate the cul-de-sac area again. So we should probably go and check it out. There might be something of note in there. Maybe he got some information before he got arrested.
Potentially.
He didn't mention any specific like place, for example, sewers or anything. So Maybe we should just go to the spot and just keep our eyes open. Get our magnifying glasses out, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
All right.
Sure, we can go do that. Man, why did you have to mention a cat? Because an idea that I intended earlier before we even found the crows was to ask about missing pets, because for something like this, those would be the first ones it eats, especially cats or dogs that are left outside alone. Easy prey.
Yeah, use it.
And
Use
those
it, yeah.
would go missing. So, but then we found the crows. But that would be something Guy Brush would probably.
Yeah, I was hoping that you just use something along the lines
Yeah.
Mhm.
from like your own wits, and I'm just pointing you towards the direction. I just didn't want to mention it
Yeah.
through the public phone. Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
But like those would be the easiest that you would go for a quick snack, because it does eat animals. Maybe missing kids, because it does eat humans. But yeah, that could be part of our investigation to see if there are missing pets, missing animals, anything to sort of dig up to see if there are traces of it eating still there, like recent things that are gone missing.
Yeah, all right. So you go back to the cul-de-sac.
Yes.
And you do an extensive sweep of the area looking for any place where you might find what exactly?
We don't really have a chance of necessarily finding.
What do people like? Who do people call for missing
Usually the
animals or
police.
pets? So yeah, we should call the police, and also we should check the like lamp posts for any
Okay.
posters.
If you're,
I mean, when we're bureaucracying
Mhm.
with Mateo, we can already ask for missing pets reports. Any reports of the pets or kids going missing around that area, around the cul-de-sac, related to the deaths of Greaves and his girlfriend.
That's going to cast even more suspicion toward Mateo, but
Yeah.
Could we get our friend free? And also, are there any animals missing?
Yeah. If you contact the police about this and just investigate the area, then within no time whatsoever, you will see that there are tons of missing animal posters at this point. That apparently, for a few days now, about 10 animals have gone missing in this particular cul-de-sac.
Okay.
It's definitely around here. And people aren't. They don't always like put. They don't notice the animals straight away, right?
Yeah.
So
you don't
there might be.
You don't notice a cat right away because they can just be out for a few days. But
Yeah.
if it's something disappearing from your yard, or it's
Like
been a few
dog,
days,
generally, if the dog goes missing from a leash,
that's
then
very noticeable.
Yeah.
So, do we get a sense that have they stopped missing in recent, like, has it been? It's been days, right?
Yes.
So have they? Because I'm trying to think in the way that has it migrated into, for example, sewer and found food there instead of just staying in this area to hunt.
Right. Well, you've got a few possibilities, and depending on what you research, you would find different clues. So why don't you theorize, like, okay, what are the options here? And then based on each of those, what do you expect to see?
Well,
because
one would be it started for example, if it grows in size, for example, if it amalgamates with creatures and just becomes the blob, maybe it's eaten enough animals to be big enough to go to a house and start cleaning like actual people. Well, in that case, we should start check in the neighbors
Mm-hmm.
and see if everybody's fine
Mm-hmm.
or missing. Otherwise, if it's in the sewers, we should probably check if, for example, if it eats like mold and like fungus, we could find a clean spot that it's been like moving through the sewers.
Like a gelatinous cube.
Basically that way, yeah. That's another thread. Also, it could have migrated to a different part of the town or completely out of the town, though it doesn't seem that way at the moment, but a possibility. That's a little bit more difficult. We should try to
Yeah, I don't think we
contact
can
and
track it.
see some kind of trail of missing pets or something.
Right. Well, since you already contacted police and you're in the area checking the missing posters, one person who's checking stuff, give me a... What's a good one for this? Actually, Guybrush, since you're the FBI guy and you're used to probably tracking missing people or related stuff, I want some sort of perception or interpretation of documents. Let's see. Actually, I think criminology would be a good one for this.
Sure.
Give me a criminology check.
All right. Let me just make sure I have 8 off. Yes, 8 off. Criminology
great.
success.
That's a success. Because you're used to dealing with documents of this sort, you pay attention to the dates and the sort of pattern that shows. And pretty clearly, you will see that those pets went missing October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and then it just sort of stopped. So while there are, those that noticed it later, all the reports of, oh yeah, last seen this date, and then there's nothing new. So it seems that the pet consumption has just sort of stopped. There have been quite a few missing pets, but no more, it seems.
Do the pets seem to sort of grow in size as well towards the 5th?
They do.
Right. So
it started with a small rabbit and the cat, and then finally a decent-sized dog disappeared.
Yeah. Which Guybrush shares with Dr. Gorm and goes Gorm and goes, well, it does seem to be going from smallest to the biggest, sort of giving credence to the hypothesis that it does indeed collect mass by eating. Instead of going for the biggest sources first, the gnome went for the smallest.
Yeah, yes.
But it has stopped eating animals. So either we should start checking for children, because even had it eaten if it was big enough to eat a big dog after all of this, I don't think it could take on necessarily an adult. But a child playing out on alone, going to school or to a friend's house.
Yes. I understand. You, no need to theorize the with graphic intensity. So we should do something about this and quick.
Alternatively, it has left the area.
So let's see. Where are children around? Of course, backyards, but the tree houses maybe, or playgrounds.
Well, people tend to notice when their children are missing slightly more when their cats or something is missing. So you probably would have heard that when you checked for missing pets or noteworthy things in the area. That would sort of jump out. No missing children.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, also, no other missing people. Of course, they might be dead in their home, and some blob might be impersonating them. That's a possibility.
All right.
But the only way to verify that right now would be to go from door to door. And hope that you can recognize the blob when it stands in front of you, pretending to be Mrs. Smith.
Well, that's what second sight is for, right?
You don't have second
I'm
sight. You're not a hunter.
Oh, that one thing that Hunter had it right. Anyway,
Oh, Matthias has a good point. Homeless people,
ooh,
but it is a
hobos.
cul-de-sac. How many
This is
homeless
this
people
is a
does
pretty
cul-de-sac has?
well-to-do area. It doesn't exactly have
Yeah.
hobos just laying in the street sleeping.
That is true.
Not yet, anyway.
And homeless people aren't exactly something that others keep track of that would get informed to the police that often, unless bodies are found. But this thing doesn't leave bodies behind.
Yes.
Well, it did leave a skeletonized cat, but we don't know that. So, but yeah.
So,
Oh.
What?
Never mind. Anyway. Oh no!
Yeah,
It just John was like, it doesn't leave bodies behind, and I was like, except we just found a massively dug area. Maybe it hit the deer bones all there, but because we failed to check, we didn't find them, which would have indicated it might leave bones behind. But that's too late now. Anyway,
yeah.
a mass graveyard.
So should we go around the houses, ringing doorbells or knocking on doors, and just, have a survey of sorts? I don't know what the
Yeah,
subject would
you
be.
can simply spend time going from door to door, going, "Hello, we heard a disturbance in the area. Is everything all right here? Is everyone in your family accounted for?" Something like that.
Exactly. We've heard of missing pets, so we're investigating. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good cover story. You could simply go from door to door. It's not a giant cul-de-sac. You can do that in a day of work. And depending on your approach, you should be able to get some facts.
And use human intelligence maybe to try and pick up some abnormal behavior that would be generally abnormal to human. Like we can't tell individually if Mrs. Smith behaves like Mrs. Smith, but if Mrs. Smith doesn't quite seem right, in general, then that would be something we can probably pick up on.
Along with something obvious like, oh yeah, the place is closed, but we could see them inside and they're doing fine. Or they're not answering, but they seem to be on vacation. Like, there's things you can account for. It simply takes some time. I'll assume that the two of you are working together on this, so give me a human intelligence roll with help.
Okay.
Okay, that is a success. You will spend the rest of the day going through that place. Rest of the day. Investigating area and people. Okay, your conclusions will be, based on that no one is missing. No person has gone missing at all. Everyone is accounted for. And aside from the pets going missing, nothing else went missing after that last day. There are still other large pets living in the area. And also, there were a few sightings of someone hearing or seeing stuff. Those have stopped as well. Everything points to this just not being in the area anymore.
Yeah, it's left.
And there was no trail of missing pets to any other areas around.
If you go through the houses where the pets went missing, especially the dogs, does it seem to go to certain direction along the cul-de-sac, or is it just random houses on different sides of it? Because cats can be anywhere. We can't tell about cats.
It seems to be random sides.
Okay, so it was just hunting.
Yep, it seems like the entire pet trail has sort of ended at some point, as it ate bigger and bigger things, pretty much like you determined.
Yeah.
And then at some point, it must have had enough and it just stopped. However, it didn't eat any people, that's for certain. And any suspicious noises in the area have also stopped.
Okay, so
there might be something else noteworthy, though, if you can find it.
Yeah. So, okay, not a thought I wanted to entertain, or that Gorm wanted to entertain, but he's willing to take a chance at checking the sewers. So, what's the how many sewer entrances are there? Like very many, like multitudes, or are they
There's
just
a few
a couple?
maintenance potholes, and ultimately it's a very basic system of pipes. It's not like there's this
Yeah.
giant dungeon underneath it. You do a
No,
quick
no,
check
no.
and you conclude, no, this sewer system is a bunch of pipes.
Okay.
And they don't seem
Well,
to be hiding anything in particular.
well,
It's,
we don't need
it's
to go
dirty
there,
brown
then.
water.
No, the smell is pretty
Yeah.
bad.
And also, we could probably because didn't the big trail away from the plane also have we found traces of blue stuff? So even if it had eaten two people, it was still sort of kind of leaving a trace of itself behind. So we can probably check like, oh, the inside, no residue of its blue consistency, so probably didn't go down here.
There's a lot.
If I
There's a lot
remember
of little details that you may or may not have found.
Sure.
But more importantly, you find nothing like that around here.
Yeah.
So you didn't find any remains of animals yourself.
Okay.
The only remains of animals that you're aware of would be the cat, which
Well, we're
you're
not even
starting
aware of
to.
that.
Which you're starting. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Maybe you talked to Mateo. Maybe not.
Yeah. Which might not have been eaten by this thing. It's just a cat he ate.
That could be the case. That the fat guy just ate the cat. People do get arrested for things they actually do.
Yeah. One thing that he does want to enlarge in the scope. How close to other cul-de-sacs? Like, what in general is the layout of the roads? Is it like this is a cul-de-sac and then there's a green field a bit, and then on the other side is another cul-de-sac?
This one's pretty out of the way. You have no reason to suspect that there is another cul-de-sac nearby that it immediately would have just jumped to.
No, but after that, Guybrush does want to go kind of enlarge the search area and go see if we find another big area of disturbed earth like we found at the end of the trail of the previous one, just to see if that's something it does. Maybe it's something it uses to move or hide evidence.
Right. If you're talking about ways to move, where would your mind be at? You're obviously talking to people, so you would be paying attention to some stuff a little bit, but you're sort of dependent on what you find, of course, when you're talking to people. I think this would be some sort of alertness and observation check. Let's see. No, I'm trying to think what the best one would be. Would you notice? I don't know. You know what? Give me a drive check with help.
Okay.
This isn't about driving.
Isn't about driving, but no.
That's a big
a
fucking
failure.
Okay,
Hey,
so yeah,
mark it up.
you don't pay
I do.
attention to to the amount of vehicles that may or may not be in an area, nor do you ask questions about it.
Right.
It is
so we
only
don't know if
way
it's
later
stolen
that
or
the
not.
thought comes into your mind, like, "Hey, what if this thing, similar to the truck, just got into a vehicle of some sorts?"
And left. Yeah, and left.
I mean, they probably would
Yeah.
have said something if it was a car.
Yeah, but there's
Maybe a
bicycles.
bike,
There's
maybe a quad, maybe some dirt bike thingamajig in a garage somewhere.
Yep.
You didn't check, so who knows exactly what you're looking for, but the thought
That's
crosses
true.
your mind. That would
That's
certainly
true.
also just have it run off, but then did it? What would you be looking for? Who knows?
Yep. Exactly.
Either way, you are at this point fairly certain that the thing you are looking for is not here anymore.
And we have no way of tracking it. No way of finding
Maybe if
it.
you were here way earlier. But that's the
Maybe.
trade-off.
Or if we had, yeah, that is true. Had we come here first? maybe, but oh well, we have exhausted this avenue.
Other
Guess
things?
Hmm.
Anything else you would want to ask the neighbors about? They would know all sorts of stuff about the dead guy or his wife, or perhaps the construction area of the lab in some way, shape, or form. Maybe. Depends. If you think the neighbors know something, maybe they were kept in the dark, which in itself would also be a clue, I guess.
True.
Is it possible that I can participate a little bit?
Hey, you feel free to speak, something that Stone says on the radio at any time.
Yeah, like have we investigated that? Has there been any stolen vehicles around that time? If we can find out one that might match, then we can just basically create an alert for it. For
Well, the thing is, I failed on that
police.
check, so no.
He didn't think of it at the time. He thought of it afterwards, which is just a point in how much time passes. But you did check with the police, and if there was an obvious thing that got reported, like, oh, by the way, my pets are missing, no kids are missing, but my car got stolen, then that probably would have jumped out.
One more then, like some strange car or vehicle accidents. This thing wasn't really good at driving the vehicle. So that could be something to look out for.
That is true, but that wouldn't necessarily jump out. That would just be...
another.
Well, first off, a car would be stolen, probably, or if it wasn't reported as stolen yet, depending on how far away it got, that probably would have popped up as, oh yeah, in the same cul-de-sac there was a crashed car a bit later. Or it got a lot further than the other ones, that's also a possibility, or it had a stealthier vehicle. But when you talked to the police earlier, there was no obvious report of something like that. Now, if you're certain...
we happen to know what it wants. Like we could go for the big roads and further our search, and then just basically wait for if there happens to be a car crash, lost a vehicle reported, strange, let's say a killing or such forth, and then we would have a ping again where to go.
You are aware of two things that this thing seems to do. One is eat people and things. Two is it going to Billings, Montana.
What's the wife? Yeah.
Those are the two things you know so far about this thing.
Yeah.
Also, apparently that if it jabs your finger or whatever wound, it can get inside you and then kill you, eat you. This thing might be a virus of sorts. It might be some sort of liquid goo thing. You're not entirely sure yet. It may or may not be a person in goo form.
Except it can gestate itself inside you and...
Except there's just now also apparently two of them.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Are you saying that it's making babies?
Well, that seems to have happened. We like last time we found a cut in the laboratory with some blood, which sort of indicated that that's how it got out of the secure chamber where it was tested upon, and that's the only way it could have gotten into the old guy's system and then crawled out of his mouth. So, yeah.
The suit on the glove suit in the lab had a cut, had a tiny little prick cut on it, and that's apparently how it got into the doctor, and then it went out of the doctor, and then the doctor turned into goo.
Yeah, and then it killed a lady by filling its system with goop, but nothing seems to interestingly have come out of that.
Yeah, she was full of goo, but that's about all you had there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't like light, so it's most like moving during the night time.
Yes, it does not seem to like sunlight. That's also an important factor.
Or move through shadows, so night and through heavily shaded areas.
Yeah. Could it be a truck? Trucks drive during the nights.
That is true.
If it's intelligent enough to call someone, it wouldn't also be impossible for it to... Well, we don't know how adhesive it is, but it could latch onto a vehicle and let that drive it somewhere.
I mean, if you were a pile of goo that disintegrated in the sun, and you're smart enough to know that, would you want to risk travel during the day by just sticking yourself on the bottom of a truck?
Probably not. Probably I would actually hire a Mexican to drive the truck, and I went to the back. Right?
Okay.
Use it as a Uber.
While that would be true if you were perhaps the pile of goo, I think that's giving its intelligence level perhaps
What
too
for
much
Matteo?
credit.
Really? What? No.
Also, fairly important note, you did talk to the wife who was talking about the phone calls from the ghost husband.
Yeah.
She said that she just heard some noises, not talking. So if this thing was capable of communicating with someone, saying something along the lines of, hey, I'm over here, I'll give you money if you pick me up in a truck and don't ask any questions. Okay, its intelligence level would be way higher, and also it would probably need the ability to communicate, which it doesn't quite seem to be able to do.
You can take over people and drive a vehicle, so it has to have some memories from the host, so to say. So I would say that it's most likely has done the same again.
Well, you're saying memories from the host. That would be implying that the host wants to go to Billings.
It's more likely that the original guy is the driving force that wants to go to Billing because that's where the family lives. But it has
So is
a
Flubber
level
going
of
there
human.
too?
Well, that is relatively safe to assume because the source is the same. Especially since the gnome is the source is from this area where the crows with the fingers were from. So the gnome, if anything, is the source of the DNA for that guy whose wife we're trying to protect. We don't know what was in the bags of the blob that was in the plane that crashed. This is the escaped specimen.
Granted, you don't know exactly what it gains besides, I don't know, mass. It seems to gain mass when it eats something. You're pretty sure about that because the pilots were consumed.
Yeah.
But it didn't gain piloting skills, you think? Otherwise, it probably would have flown. Would it have?
Yeah,
maybe.
No, like Guybrush's assumption at this point is that there are some it has borderline human level intelligence due to the genetic being having human like characteristics in the cells, and there are residual memories maybe somehow of the original body. It might even not know why it's doing it. It just has a need to go there. Might even eat the wife while it gets there. And it has some ability to manipulate human things like a phone. But that's about it. But whether or not it actually gains more intelligence and stuff when it eats.
I'm guessing it's more like it's acting on instinct, and the instinct is an echo of the past kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, Guybrush is entertaining these thoughts just a little bit too casually. Give me a sanity check.
Failure!
You lose 1 sanity point.
What do you mean too casually? I'm just putting pieces together.
I know. That's when you lose the sanity
in the system
points.
where
It's
the system where you're supposed to just be, it's bad, kill it.
Sure, but if we need to understand why it's doing and where it's going, then we need to kind of go,
I know.
what are the
He's taking the bullet.
Sure, I'm not contesting it. It's just the word casually is like I'm not sure if it's casually, but sure. I mean,
I know.
I accept the sanity
you get
loss.
what I mean.
Sure. Going on and on about that.
Be like, yes, that perfectly makes sense. We're dealing with a yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Well, what our good handler means is that after, I don't know, 10 years, it's gonna be you who's the Hannibal Lecter we go to ask the expert about the other crazy things happening in this world.
So it sounds like, in my opinion, that we need manpower, basically, eyes and noses and ears to sniff out where these creatures are.
It's a shame
is this
that
like a moment when
drones
we
don't exist.
is this a moment when we have to like call the handler and like say that we lost the trace and have all the Delta Green guys to like keep their eyes and ears open, and basically when we get the next hint, we'll return back to the trailer.
Well, remember, you have already contacted the local police around the area that you're aware of is an issue, and you have a date when you're expecting at least one of these things to arrive there.
Yeah.
So that is already your semi-short-term plan.
Yep. So we could go there and brace ourselves.
So let's do that. Sounds like the plan.
Right. That
Is it
is on your
possible-
agenda, but there are still days until then. Oh, not to mention that the following day, due to bureaucracy, Matteo gets released from
Matteo
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as we have some time, could it be possible to get basically a UV spotlight set up around the place we expect them to come? Like a fixed
few
light.
high-powered UV spotlights would not be an issue, but it's not like you can blanket the entire fucking town in it. Like, that would be one like massive expense to set up a bunch of defensive UV spotlights. And as soon as you turn them on, do you want them permanently on or just on when you go flash and then on the creature and it dies?
Probably more like basically just you can switch it on and off. Basically like a machine gun, just against light sensitive stuff.
A strobe UV light.
It doesn't have to strobe, but it just has to burn.
That's beautiful.
A strobe would have been funny though. Oh, now I can see it in my mental image. Like you can just see like and it's just coming closer and disintegrating while coming. Holy crap, that would be a cool movie moment. Holy
That would be a cool movie moment, yes. And think of the lower frame rate saving money on the budget.
Indeed.
Yeah, and you
It's
can
just
hide
perfect.
out the creature in the dark.
Yeah, as it
Just
comes
kind of
towards you in
show-
stop motion.
Yep.
Wait, are we talking about Alone in the Dark? No. Let's not go that direction instead.
I never saw that.
You're
Yes.
lucky. You are lucky. I rated it the worst movie I've ever seen for like
Yikes.
years.
Wow.
That's bad.
That's pretty fucking bad, yeah. Didn't you see like Uwe Boll movies? Wait, is Alone in the Dark a Uwe Boll movie?
It's a fucking
Yeah,
Uwe Boll
it is
movie.
Uwe Boll.
I just checked.
Yeah, that explains some things. Yeah.
Yes.
Side note on Uwe Boll, I heard his movie, was it called Rampage? Which is it was actually super good.
Yeah, I've heard Rampage is actually good, and I'm
Wait, that's a
afraid
Uwe
to
Boll movie?
watch it. Yeah.
Is that the Rock movie?
Huh?
I don't think it's with The Rock. No, wait, you're
Okay,
thinking
then
of
that's a different one.
You're thinking of
There's a
Rampage
different
World
one,
Tour
then.
or something with like a big gorilla. and a lizard.
Yeah. No, it's just Rampage 2018.
Which
but
is
I was
basically a
also
postal
thinking
movie.
about that one.
So yeah. Anyway, that's a complete
Yeah.
side tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I brought it up, so it's fine. Anyway, the rest of the day you were busy investigating this. That gets you these clues. Again, you have reinforced your plan with the UV spotlights even. Yeah, list plus UV spotlights. You know, you spend time setting that up around the areas where you suspect that they will show up. Whether or not you manage to use them at the appropriate time, maybe it slips in between the cracks, maybe you're not there to trigger them. Who knows? That's a side issue. But the UV spotlights are there to use. October 8th, Matteo gets released. Congratulations, Matteo.
What happened to him?
A fumble.
He
A
helped
fun-
people rob an ATM or steal an ATM.
Okay.
And became the fall guy.
Help
Yeah.
is a very strong term, I want to add.
Well, you help them attach it to a van, which pulled it out, and then you distracted the camera
Yeah,
while they
okay,
drove away.
shush.
Let's not give the ultra white power guy any more ammunition? Okay.
Well, I don't like. Guybrush doesn't know it, but I'm just catching the player up with
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Okay.
The idea of the sewers is a good one. Like we should also into spots we know that they might appear.
Mhm.
Also go through the sewer system and do it those areas.
Yes.
And
it might appear through the toilet.
oh no, it's a couple of days. We
You
don't
think
have
of it, so
an
I'll just put it
exact
down
date.
like put sewer protection.
Yeah.
Just in case the goo thing crawls in through the sewer.
What's the investigation agency woman's state? Is she available for questions?
Do you mean your handler?
No, the one who got bombed.
The one who got shot.
Oh, okay.
From the agency
it
that
is
got
October
bombed.
8th, and you're following this trail on now. So let me verify real quick. It is October 8th. Currently, the woman who got shot, Evelyn Well, you can check up on her, and she is currently in a medically induced coma in her hospital room in the Swedish Medical Center.
Okay.
Not sure why it's the Swedish Medical Center in Seattle, but all right. I guess that's just what it's called.
Yeah.
Maybe some Swedes funded it.
That's possible. Either way,
Maybe they're trying to sound exotic.
yeah, being in a coma makes it notoriously difficult to give interviews, but you can try.
Yeah. Or we could try and see if we can get our hands on the bullet if it was still in the wound. Try and track who does the bullet belong to. Although if it's a super secret agency,
names
then
on it.
no.
Like-
But don't they have some sort of a number that they can be traced with? I don't know if they do. I have no clue.
You're the
I'm not a gun
roll
expert.
forensics real quick. You are an expert. This is literally your expertise.
Sure. As a player, I'm not an expert, so but yes,
Okay,
forensics.
Great. You do a quick thing in your brain and you go, you know what? No, bullets don't just have a number on them that you can easily trace back to a specific gun that fired them with a specific owner. If only it was
Sure.
that easy.
But you can compare casings. So basically, if you find the gun, you can make another shot and then compare the casings and see that if they match.
Yes.
But you need the gun.
Yeah, but we would need to find the gun and where she was shot, and
Which is a lot of ifs.
yeah, it is.
But
And their office was blown up.
yes, the office was blown up, and then this detective lady got shot. The other detectives, let me actually check. Since it's a fair question whether or not they got blown up in the thing, and I don't know off the top of my head.
It's lovely. I'm stuck in border village, Rajakylä. The road is totally basically under constructions. And there's no roundaway marked. I think going around side alleys now for 10 minutes trying to find where the hell do I get back home.
Oh goodness.
Absolutely no signs that how you can actually cross that huge road that is totally off limits with walls and a basically big hole.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah.
It's here's a highway. Yeah. Good luck, peasants on foot. I mean, I'm not advertising that everything needs to be a walkable city, but sometimes city areas do just kind of go, nah, fuck you. You don't get to cross this area. Of course, if you're just going for a random ass walk away from civilization, then you shouldn't need that.
Yeah, I shouldn't. I think I found the way now, but I need to do a few kilometers of extra, bicycling.
Oh, well, that explains why you sound winded. It's like, oh, you're bicycling right now.
Yep.
Okay, that explains that part. Anyway, the detective agency consisted of 3 detectives, Belton, Wells, and Dinot. Wells was shot and is currently in critical condition in a medical coma. As for the others, you don't know currently where they are, but you have no reason to think that they're dead since they weren't reported as recovered. Maybe if you talk to the police briefly and politely, whoever is handling that investigation can just share what they know about this, since they no doubt would also have asked.
And you can bring people out of induced coma. The moral implications are
yes, if your medical skills are high enough and you can convince the doctors, you might be able to do that, or you can sneak your way in and do it. I'm sure the doctors would fucking love that.
And no who inside these three people for sure.
Well, we don't know. We only know of one.
Just take a nap inside the comatose guy.
Yeah. I mean, the detective agency is called Dinnout, Belton, and Wells, so you would think that these three are, the agency.
Yeah. Could we go to their Facebook page and just check if they have recent, or Instagram accounts, and check if they have recent posts?
MySpace.
That's a really good one. Wells obviously hasn't posted on MySpace since being shot. She posted she has not posted that they were closed or anything, since she didn't feel the need to post. That's a fair question. I'm going to say 2015. It was probably a thing that existed, maybe not updated as fervently as.
Facebook opened to the general public on
2004.
2006.
Oh, 6.
September 26, 2006.
Facebook, when it originally opened, was not like it was now. It was. It was very
university.
Much, yes, for university, and look at these fellow hot students show off
that was
dick pics.
That was the earlier, yeah. But then 2006, it was open to the public, which means it wasn't the Facebook. It was Facebook.
Either way, 2015 wasn't. I was not going to say that long ago, but it wasn't that different of a time in a few ways. There was no AI. Drones weren't fucking everywhere, but other than that, the internet was sort of similar. More companies, less shitty Google, but quite shitty everything else since, reasons. Anyway, a quick check online will reveal that the other two detectives, Dinnout, apparently retired somewhere in 1999 and is no longer involved in the business.
Oh.
And the other detective, Belton, is alive because he was away on a fishing trip. Apparently, he was on a short vacation.
Okay. Has he posted a location where he was fishing?
Yeah, he posted where he was fishing, but that was, a while ago. He should have been back by now, and that means he's probably involved with the police in the investigation.
Okay, so we should probably ask the police where Belton is at.
Yeah. And what their latest, or the cases they were involved in recently.
Belton is one of the
Belton is the alive, not comatose, still working detective of the detective agency. So he's probably the best person for you to talk to, since he's, conscious, probably pissed off. If, that's a big if, this guy didn't bomb it himself, since that's also a possibility.
Yeah.
That would be even more interesting. So yeah.
They handily happened to be both away when it happened, and then the last colleague involved is the target of attempted murder.
Asking the police about the investigation, is this pertaining to our current situation in any way, either way?
That's a good question.
If this is
we don't know.
If insurance was upped lately on the bombed place.
Ooh, do you have some sort of insurance check? Let's see.
Bureaucracy?
Probably bureaucracy if you want to investigate that. Is there an accounting check? There is an accounting
Accounting?
check. This
Yeah,
is
there
very
is.
much an accounting check thing.
Okay. Anybody got accounting? Because I'm a noob.
Highly doubt it. I'll
No.
check.
Do you want to spend
Well,
time
Only
on
the
this?
basic 10%.
Yeah.
Can you check on? Do I actually have some accounting? I might have taken it.
I think everyone has 10.
Let me check.
Because that's the basic.
Oh, let's see.
Why would 10 just be the basics for accounting? That makes little sense to me.
Because
Well, it's
we all
American.
do our own
Everyone has
taxes.
to know how to do taxes.
Yeah, we
I
know how to
mean,
do taxes that well.
Yes, but would you call that accounting?
Yeah, close
Is-
enough. 10%.
All right. Anyway, does
Yeah.
Agent Stone on the phone while he's bicycling go like, I know about accounting. I'm gonna check out this guy's paperwork while I'm bicycling.
If I have, sure, why not?
Fuck it, I'm gonna roll accounting for you.
Thanks.
And he rolled, and that's a failure. So I'm marking it on your thing.
Hey, he took my failure. What the hell is this?
Mission accomplished.
Agent Stone swoops in. Yoink! That's my skill up.
These numbers are too big for me. Only know how to count to 9.
As he says, I shall investigate the fraudulent accounting. Kicks door open of accounting bureau. I'm here to kick ass and check your books.
And I have a whole lot of books.
Would be more of Stone's way of make some accounter to do it for him by
Aim a
by
gun at his
have a
head.
gun on his head. Yes.
You're going to do accounting for me now. Hold on. Let's roll the Schwarzenegger level. Okay, a 3, a very high Schwarzenegger level.
I can do accounting.
Puts the gun on his head and who is your daddy and what does he do?
He's also an
I know
accountant.
it's accounting.
I'm going to do some accounting too. I'm going to account to 10, and then you're going to tell me whether or not they're doing fraud.
I hope you love crushing numbers and hearing the lamentations of criminals or tax avoiders. Anyway, yeah.
Let's not get sidetracked. Agent Stone's doing that in the meantime.
Yeah, but yeah, contacting the cops about this would probably be the best part. What Guy Brush is interested in mainly is whether or not the law enforcement has any idea what cases these guys were investigating, whether or not they had backups of their case archives. I highly doubt that. I mean, clouds weren't the thing really in 2015, so you wouldn't have backed them up in a cloud.
Maybe, if you're lucky, but it sort of depends on how they did stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, cloud backups on what?
Well,
accounts or account?
That or the cases they were handling, sort of their own archives, backing them up in case something happens, in case of a fire. It is 2015 computer era still, so you likely wouldn't have had just a paper archive where you store everything in paperwork. You would still have some sort of a computerized system, probably.
Well,
mainly what Guy Brush wants to.
Google Cloud has launched 2008, so it's been like almost 10 years. So
yeah, it depends like how big of an organization and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because the bigger it is, the more higher probability it is that it's paper still. Because it took like fucking forever for people to actually change.
Well,
and
3 people.
Huge
plus,
backlog.
Yeah. But basically, what Guy Brush is after is, I mean, it could just be a lucky coincidence or an unlucky coincidence that they got blown up at roughly at the same time as the Greaves died. But if they were investigating that somehow, could they be on the trail of who provided Mr. Greaves with the equipment, which might lead to who is the source of the blue goop? because that's the maybe they're trying to be silenced, maybe they had traces. It's a long shot, but
You know what? Shit. Before it's too long, I should probably get to the bombing site if we're investigating this. The traces, the chemistry is probably evaporating as we speak. So I should probably go that.
well, it's been a
that
few
direction.
days.
Why do-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's we're past that one.
oh,
Yeah.
unfortunate because it didn't. It was not a big blip on our radar at that moment. But I should still go and check the bombing itself. But yeah, you do you, Guybrush.
Yeah, I mean, he would go to the cops and see what they have found, and whether or not there is any chance, and if the if any of the founders or the surviving members are involved, then if we can contact them and figure out what their latest cases were and see if we can't find a connecting thread to the blue goop at the moment, or at least to the Greaves Greaves case.
Okay.
The connecting thread to the Greaves case is mainly what Agent Brush is after.
Okay. But yeah, we've discussed a few things. Let's just say Guybrush has the lead right now. How would you like to approach these questions? Because it's the morning of October 8th. You're aware of a few things that we've just discussed. There's multiple angles to this. You can't spend your time on everything at once.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to approach it? My default suggestion would be try to call this Belton guy. Yeah, one of the detectives. The living one. Unfortunately, the phone number you would have for that would be the place that got blown up. So, me.
Yeah.
Maybe they have phone redirect, or
Well, actually, he would go to the law enforcement because they would be sort of a central hub for the threads. They would have tried to call the surviving members. They would have tried to contact and get a hold of them. They would have already done an investigation of the site, collected whatever they can find. So all of the data points or the threads are pulled to the local law enforcement on this case. They will have numbers. They will have evidence. They will have the medical record of the lady. All of that stuff would be centralized at the law enforcement. At least this is his viewpoint as a law enforcer. He's like, yes, this is where all it comes together. So that's probably the best place to start and see what they have and what threads we can pull from there.
Right. So, step one, law enforcement. That requires that you do a little schmoozing, some way to, or pull strings to get in touch with whoever is investigating this thing, and then whatever he can tell you about Belton, right?
Yes.
What angle would you like to use? What skill? Once, twice.
He would probably go the. Damn it, bureaucracy is a long way.
Bureaucracy would take some time.
Yeah, it would. But I imagine Guybrush being the kind of guy. He isn't very big of a talker. He would go the proper routes, so to speak. Try to do this by the book.
By the book. So you're still gonna just do it bureaucracy?
Yeah, he's an agent of the law enforcement. He needs the help of the law enforcement. There is a proper way to do this.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Respecting his fellow law enforcers. So
all right, it's fine.
Good
Yeah.
newbie.
Are you doing this together, or does someone else have a different plan? You can roll in the meantime.
Where's Stone is physically, by the way, right now? Still on the other spots, chasing the other creature.
Mentally,
join these guys.
Yeah, but mentally, I had you, sort of in a quantum space of everyone's here at the same time, because you know what date you expect shit to go down in the kill zone. So until then, not splitting the party.
Okay.
If you want to do something, go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to Seattle to chase the little blobs.
And the big one is still on the loose.
Yeah, little blobs
Yeah.
have been evolving their. We've been
Yeah.
chasing a trail that seems to mean that it's eating and it's turning bigger.
Have
We
you
lost the
already
trail.
like moved the family like in some safe house?
They have
I
not,
don't
but they have.
think
But
so.
you've
No, that-
surrounded the family with a perimeter of UV lights and patrol cars, and you've set up kill zones. So if these things approach these locations, you will know, assuming that you're in the area at the time.
Yeah.
Might still be worth like asking them to like just basically visit friends like for a few days.
Well,
Yeah, I agree.
the problem is the few days window, because for a few days is fine, and then they come back, and then the thing is still there, or maybe it's not. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, out of state
For a
family.
Out of state family for a week.
Yeah. Congratulations,
would
you
be-
won a cruise that you
Huh?
didn't apply for. Go away.
That's
a
a
trip
possibility.
to Hawaii.
Yeah, Stone is trying to like drive that narrative. Like he says that he doesn't want to like lose good innocent people for this monster, if he can help it.
Yeah, it's fair, and it's an option that you can. I mean, you can spend some time on it anytime. Would Agent Stone be the one to try and do that? To be like, you've won a cruise, and convince them? Because just asking them's probably not going to get them to do it without a good description. And Dr. Gorm had a little talk with the wife last time, which had, different implications. Yeah. So you can, but obviously nothing is free. So let me know if you have a specific thought on it.
Yeah, I'm home in like maybe 15 minutes. I will. If he's still there, I'm gonna like see my skills.
It's fine.
What I'm
It's
good
a
for.
few in-game days, so don't worry about it too
Yeah.
much. Meanwhile, what the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about the investigation. You did bureaucracy, which is a success. I'm good. Luck check. High is good. High is good. Okay. I'm going to say that the bureaucracy string that you're pulling on is fairly short. It's a matter of, hey, who's in charge, asking a few questions, flashing your badge, identifying yourself properly, and then you get to talk to the investigator in charge. And the officer will tell you that actually they've already done some extensive questioning with Belton after he came back. And he should currently be spending time in the hospital most of the time, visiting, and has apparently hired some additional security to make sure his partner in the hospital stays safe. He should be there most of the time, and otherwise he would probably be in his home office.
Okay.
You are given a contact number for him.
Okay.
So you can just call him.
Yeah. But based on the evidence they have already gathered and probably questioned him and everything, based
Hello,
on
little
that
fella.
first, can Guybrush find any leads, anything that might hint towards them having had a case to investigate the Greaves' death situation?
Are you calling?
Like he wants to go through what the police has
Right.
to see if there's any angle he can approach the guy from, based on what the police already know.
The police does not have information on that. They have tried asking at the time, like, "Hey, what do you know already?" There was nothing about that, and Belton said he was going to look into it himself.
Okay.
But since the officer of the police is very much involved with the bombing and is trying to see what they can find with that, they haven't talked to Belton since. They have no reason to have him as a suspect right now, and they have their own procedures that they need to go through.
Okay.
But they did tell him not to leave the country and to be ready to be called in for questioning again for, exactly that sort of investigation. in case he
Right.
suddenly turns up as a suspect, since they are very much considering this a criminal matter rather than some sort of large-scale thing that's being investigated.
Okay.
I will get it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. Then he can start pursuing the guy
Mhm.
personally, asking him questions.
It's a phone number. Do you call it?
Yeah, I call it.
Very well. You get him on the phone. He will say he will keep his identity and location very close to the chest, so he'll just answer the phone with "hello," and it's up to you to set the tone correctly.
Yep. Damn it, these names sound so stupid. Anyway, Guybrush goes into the cop mode and just introduces himself, and that he's from the FBI and he has been involved with the case of the bombing, and there were some questions he would like to ask, particularly pertaining to any recent cases they might have had. There are some threads they're trying to follow, and if the guy is willing to come in for questioning, and he does know that he got this number from the police. He's now been involved in the investigation, and he wants the guy to come in for some questions.
He will say that due to security reasons, he is not willing to come in somewhere at the moment. Also, he's still working on some stuff. But if you have the opportunity, he is willing to meet an FBI agent in the hospital, where he says things are currently secure and he feels safe having a conversation. If that's not a problem for you.
No, we will be in town for a while. So when is the first convenient time for you?
This is actually a weirdly important check, and you don't quite know why. High is funny.
Low is even funnier.
Okay. He says he has time today. He'll be in the hospital. It's the one where his partner is. You're told, yeah, it's this in this room. Do you just go there right away?
Yes, but Guybrush will request a police officer to escort him.
That makes perfect sense.
He's not entirely trusting this guy, and he's security alone, so he wants a law enforcement with him to be like, oh, just in case something fishy goes down.
Right.
I do have fire backup.
Yep. Okay. You proceed to the hospital. Does just Guybrush go there, or do other people go there too? Dr.
I'd like to investigate the bomb site, so I'm guessing good luck, Guybrush.
Oh, no.
Where do you want me?
He's at the bomb. Matteo, do you join Gorm? Do you join Guybrush?
Yeah, where do you want me?
Do you want me to flip a coin?
Well, he extends the invitation, but he's like, I can probably do this myself.
Yeah. Or does Matteo investigate the bombing?
Yeah. Do you go to the bomb site with the chemicals?
Well, the bomb has been a way of cleaning things.
Is this
right?
sure with 2 questions?
To the latter one, of course.
Do you go here or here? Yes. And then he splits.
Oh, we found it.
Yeah, to the bomb site.
A little bit of blue bits under the
I might
floor.
be able to help more there, I guess.
Okay. Matteo, Gorm went to the bomb site. Guybrush went to talk to the guy. Agent Stone is currently threatening an accountant with a gun to his head.
Yeah. And like trying to figure out a way of getting the family out of the harm's way.
And that.
His the best question is like that he's just going to like call and say that your lives are on danger. Jump to the chopper.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Arnold score, depending on your Arnoldness, that has a success chance or not. A super high Arnold score. Yes, the chopper is completely fucking accurate for that. But I will need
just opening the Roll20 right now. I just
Yes. Let's see. I would say persuade because you're on the phone. You're on the phone and you're saying you need to take some time off. You need to flee. Oh, the master thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming.
wait, moments. What
Let's see.
can I help you?
Just charisma?
No. I think I had persuasion or something similar in this game.
I don't see you having persuasion.
Let's see.
Persuade is a skill. You have 21.
That's better than many have, I'm sure. Let's see. Do I have intimidation?
Actually,
Is that a skill here?
That's a good question. I keep thinking
Persuasion
it
is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all persuasion.
Trying to be a thing, and you did get a high Arnold score since I also sort of ruled luck for a thing, so I'll give you a bonus so you have plus 20 on it. So you've got 40, which is a decent chance.
Let's try this out.
69.
Ooh, more marks.
And it's a fail.
69.
Well, you've got a mark on the thing, so
69.
that's something at least.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, I was trying to say that there's a anonymous like a serious threat against the family, and do it on this address, and that we want them to go to see a family member or a friend for multiple days, and then Mosaki say that I'm gonna stay home.
Her reply at the end is more that, yeah, okay, we'll consider it. Of course. And she doesn't really take you seriously because you're talking a weird German accent. But she considers it, and maybe she'll go somewhere a day, but not a full week.
Okay, I'm gonna give my phone number that if anything suspicious happens, somebody lurking around the house, following them, maybe they're appearing on the school, that they will give instantly a phone call.
You know what? That is completely fair, and you don't need to make a check for that. That is just something they will keep in mind.
Thank you for your time. You should know that we don't make that sort of phone calls lightly.
Okay, thank you. Say hi to your friends at the Ghost FBI.
I'm sure. Click.
Okay, I keep getting mentally... So, yeah. Guybrush, meeting, hospital on the 8th. It is currently 3 o'clock. Now, Belton. Let's see. It doesn't have specifics of what he looked like. You go there to talk to him. He will have 4 private security guards set up into place. All the blinds and whatnot are closed. And when you arrive there with a police officer, the security will insist on verifying both of your identities and, ask you to please understand that the shooting has everyone a little bit on edge. And that we're trying to be as safe as possible. So, we do stuff like double checking the doors, making sure no one goes in and out suddenly.
Yep.
Yeah. So they lock the doors behind you and just, someone keeps an eye on that, people checking the windows. They're really paranoid about something. Belton himself will be sitting in a chair there near a little table.
Far away from the window.
Away from the window, yeah.
How rich was this? It's probably something he would have looked into the background of when he was looking at the police data. No, these guys, the detective agency. That's probably something that would have come up from the paperwork as he was trying to dig out what the police
they're
knew.
Business owners. They're not bottom of the barrel gumshoes. They are quite reputable, and their office was quite nice.
Right.
And
it's just that he can afford private security like this.
Yes.
That means that they're not poor.
Yeah. Now, for the purpose of me summarizing a bunch of information you would get from this, give me a persuade check to just sort of see how you would do in general in the conversation when it comes to presenting yourself, unless you want to prime that with a specific bit of information so you set the tone. Because if you're just going to him and saying, hello, I'd like to ask you about the bombing, then he's going to be very formal and business and oriented on that.
He would actually, well, I think he would be more direct to business because he doesn't. He would try pretty early on to direct the inquiry towards Mr. Greaves's case, as in we are investigating this sort of a link potentially. Were you investigating? Did you have anything to do with this? Sort of a, like, the guy died. We found incredibly high level, like, laboratorial equipment in his garage.
Mm-hmm.
This is not something a guy like him would normally afford, and try and sort of see if there is a link, if they had anything to do with that, if they're investigating any sort of biotech companies.
Yes. And you rolled an 18 just now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Belton tells you that he's had private suspicions about the attack. He knows that Wells was working for some time with a high-paying client of the company called Potentia Holdings. And that this particular company was incredibly shady, but the money was really good. He doesn't immediately have an address or anything for it, but he knows it also had to do with a particular retired geneticist, the one you mentioned. He suspects that his little detective agency was used a little bit as a paper mill for some things, and has perhaps stumbled into something they weren't supposed to stumble on, and might now just being cleaned up to make sure any loose ends are sort of, disappeared. Okay. He has a briefcase full of odds and ends he brought from his own personal home office that related to Potentia. And he has been just investigating what he could while he's waiting for Wells to recover. It identifies Potentia Holdings Incorporated, whose only address is a post office box in Washington. DC Potential reported $300 million of income in last year, yet it only has a single employee, which is one Robert Justin Ortega, PhD. Belton's notes on Ortega are very brief as well. He owns another incorporated called Ansel Incorporated, a Department of Defense contractor, which produces next-generation titanium weave body armor, supposedly stronger than Kevlar and lighter than it. Do you have any points in occult or archaeology or history?
I have an occult.
You have an occult, and you will recognize the word Ansil as the name of the shield of the war god Mars. That's just sort of a reference to a thing. Potentia's post office box is paid for by the law firm Marcus Silverman and Green on something street in Washington. And DC Potentia's phone calls to Dinah Belt and Wells came from a private line of one Aaron Silverman, a lawyer at that same firm. He has a list of little social security numbers involved, printouts of some driver's licenses that were used for identification of some people involved. And currently, he suspects that because he is target of a cleanup operation, he is currently very much busy with just trying to stay alive. He does suspect that this company, Potential Holdings, might also have been linked to the construction of the lab at Greaves, since he pulled on some strings there and found that the construction of the various components were apparently paid for by a lawyer also linked to potential holdings.
That was so many names.
I know. The big
So
one to
much. I'm
remember,
like-
Potential Holdings Incorporated, and apparently
Yeah.
they're a defense contractor, and their books immediately, even to a complete accounting noob, will make no fucking sense. So they are clearly some sort of in-between company. Apparently they're involved in producing body armor, but that's a little weird for a company to just have this sort of defense grid layer for it, and certainly doesn't spark you as something people would be killed over. And also doesn't make any sense that it would be linked to someone having some sort of biolab like this.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of social security numbers and driver's licenses for you for miscellaneous involved people. So you can cross-check any other people you might find with that.
Right. Yeah. He will.
Yes.
Collect as much of the data as he can.
Yes. And important, that the company, he wasn't personally involved with that, but Wells was, involved monitoring a retired geneticist who was delivering vital business patents from his home in Mill Creek. It seems like Wells has the answers for that. And it's a miracle she's even alive.
Wells is the retired guy.
Wells is the lady that is currently in the bed nearby in a coma.
Okay. So she was the one who was responsible of handling the paperwork in this. Like she's the link to this.
Yes, and
while as the other guys were less.
She
so.
personally had the job to monitor Greaves before his death. Which is probably why she was also directly being dealt with. Which then begs the question, who or why would, when something happens to Greaves, immediately just go into cleanup mode?
Right. What's the doctor's estimation of when Wells is going to be when's she going to wake up?
Depending on her condition, somewhere between a week and a month. If she doesn't, get way worse and die, since that's very much up to her healing.
Okay. Can I go and check on her? Like, will this guy, the guy I lost his name, but the guy I'm meeting, will he let me to go?
He will.
He
will very much by default insist, like, no. What if you're actually some sort? Look, you can see her from here through the glass into her room. Like, she's right there with security nearby. Like, I don't know if you're planning to secretly inject her with some needle. She's in a coma. She's not doing anything. You're not talking to her. Like, anything you want to do to her is probably just suspect as fuck. I have enough people I'm worried about already without double checking you.
At that point, a guy Brush turns to him and goes, "And that is exactly why I want to check up on her. If someone wanted to clean her up, they could also bribe a doctor to inject her with something you don't know what it is. I would just like to see her patient records and see what she's currently." I'm assuming there's like an IV drip and stuff like that. So it's like, just to go through the medication, I have a degree in medicine. I would just want to make sure that she's not already being poisoned.
All right, that's a fair argument. Yeah, okay. As long as you don't like go up to her and like stand next to her and inject something into her neck. Like if it's just you go up to her bed, you check the paperwork, you check her out real quick while you're there. and that's all
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do,
basically
then
just
no one has a reason to
anything like
suspect
that. And he's like, you can have a security guard right next to me to make sure that if my hand goes anywhere near or a needle appears in my hand, you can put a bullet in my brain then and there.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair.
I want
right.
to make sure that this lead doesn't die here under watch because some crooked doctor takes dirty money.
Completely valid argument. He lets you in.
Yeah. Do you want pharmacy or medicine as he goes
You want to
through
check the medical records, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah, like medical records and any medicine that might be present, even the IV bag, like just in general what she's been given, and if there's any trace of foul play that he can detect with his.
Go ahead and roll whichever one you want.
Okay, I'll roll medicine because it's higher. 16.
16. You are convinced that there is nothing shady happening with her medicine. Like, okay. they would have needed to bribe and do shady shit with the entire hospital in order to get anything through here. And clearly, other people involved have also double-checked with security and whatnot. So you are convinced she is in good hands here.
Yep, okay. And he tells as much and goes, no, can't find any foul play. Seems that you have already premeditated this and at least so far. But he does emphasize that this would be the most logical and easiest way to kill her is through a doctor here. So make sure it's always the same guy.
Yeah, no, I'm making sure that something like that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Good, because whatever triggered the CDC to quarantine the Greaves' house as a high contact risk disease area is linked to her, and she is a vital lead to the whole picture at the moment. So we want her alive to hear her account on things.
Yep, completely fair. I do too.
Yep. And then he excuses himself and thanks him for his cooperation, and with he, as a police, he would have recorded this so that there's a record that's not his, or just in his mind and memory. And
yeah, that's completely fair as a basic police do.
Yeah, which he would then relay to the handler and go like, okay, here's what we've found. This goes like this case goes to defense contracts and stuff. This is something we can't fully solve here. Here's the paper trail that the detective agency has so far found out about the Greaves and this blue goop and its origins, potentially. You guys can probably follow this trail while we try and contain the threat on the ground level here.
Okay, I mean, you can ask him to do that, but I mean,
yeah, he relays it to the agency. Is like, this goes beyond our current mission on the ground, but you probably are interested in following this line because someone is leaking this shit out through defense contracts.
You're giving the defense contract information and the agencies and whatnot that you're...
Yeah, to the handler. It's like, to the Delta Green, is like, this is what we found. This bleeds out to a wider web than we can handle here. You may want to look into this with other agents and through other channels.
Yes, your handler will tell you that, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good call. You can stop your investigation of this. Please focus on the immediate threat as per your mission. This will be dealt with internally.
Yeah. And yeah, he will also give the, like, he will send the whole interview out so they get all the names and, like, deliver the sound file through, I don't know, can the phones of this day and age send sound files like that? He'll do it.
You go to your computer and you send an email.
Sure, yeah, he'll get Dr. Gorm to help him send it, but yeah, he'll deliver the
2015 wasn't the fucking Stone Age.
Well, I don't remember. That was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago isn't like 20 or 30 years ago. Like,
sure.
Corona.
For fuck's sake, I had a smartphone in 2015.
Sure.
I think I even had an iPad at that time.
I mean, is that like, as in, wow, it was great, or wow, look how old the tech was? Like, I'm not sure what point you're making with that one.
A little bit of both,
well,
maybe.
Pads
I guess.
came behind or after smartphones.
Phones. Yeah.
So-
That's
Yeah,
true, that's
an
true.
iPad one was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he gets the files and Guybrush shares the discoveries that he found with the rest of the group. He's like, okay, well, yes, shooting and bombing involved in this. It's a cleanup operation. This goes to defensive contract level and patents, and like this is potentially government or private like weapons manufacturing level shit that we're dealing with. Probably a body armor gone horribly wrong. Something to do with
Who
war
knows?
technology.
Who knows? There are answers, but you know how asking questions in this system can go.
Yes.
How many
yes.
sanity points
And-
would you
and
like to lose to learn that all Kevlar
all of
body
the-
armor is in fact blue goo?
No,
Wait,
it's
What is Kevlar made out of?
Now we're asking the
dead
questions.
soldiers. But yeah, he also tells that the private investigator route, we have been specifically told to leave that, to drop that avenue, and just focus on containing the immediate effort of
Right. Which
Wanted to roll chemistry. Yeah.
it's a completely legitimate way of dealing with that.
Mm.
Also, other teams were investigating stuff.
Gorm and
Right.
Matteo
Which of you
went
would like
explosive
to
site.
take the lead, and what would you like to investigate here? You're investigating the
See.
bombing.
Going faster. Faster accounting now. Or I should.
Please, sir, I am accounting as fast as I can. It just takes very long to... Oh, actually, I'm done. Here you go.
Good boy.
He gets you the answers to the questions you were asking. And then asks you to please take the gun away from the back of his head.
I will, of course, like pay for his good time. I think it's like maybe $50 per hour. I will leave the money on his desk and tell that I will leave a good MySpace review on his services.
Great, I
And then
forgot what
Who's
sort
a
of...
dirty little accountant? Just leaves the money on the table.
Okay, yeah, all right. I forgot what question you asked him originally.
I did ask anything. I think somebody else asked, and I just hijacked it.
Can someone give me a reasonable question we just answered by torturing this poor man?
I had a question, but I can't remember what I was asking.
Well,
'cause
first
it got
person to say
hijacked.
something is what sort of answer he gets, I guess.
Poor man got tortured for nothing.
Oh man.
What kind of organization are we running here? Oh yeah, that was the question.
Was it like have they done something illegal, or is there like a money washing or something like that?
That does
Just
seem like the
question-
sort of question you might ask. Let's see. Illegal questions. The lab about the construction company.
Where does the money come from? Where
Right,
does the
you
money
were
go?
asking where the detective agency got their money, I think.
Yeah, sounds good.
And the answer you get will actually sort of be the same one that Guybrush got. This Potentia agency, which apparently was supplying them with all sorts of money for just keeping an extensive eye on this one geneticist as he was working in his home lab, just as an extra layer of keeping track of things, that nothing shady or under the table was happening by this guy that the company wasn't aware of.
Can I get some maybe information about the ownership of that company, or is it a shell company for some other entity as such?
Well, shell companies aside, the accounting will actually reveal that on the same sort of payroll as this, detective agency is another set of mercenaries who are bookmarked as cleanup. There's no details, just a set of names. Just Earl Daniels, Charles Sereno, Lila Maston, and that's all you know. Marked as cleanup crew.
Very interested about that one. Like, can I do a background check on them?
Well, all you have, sadly, is names, so there's not a whole lot of background check to do, unless you get really lucky with it.
Isn't that kind of the idea of the background check?
I suppose so. What skills do you have that might give you luck for this?
Let's see. Bureaucracy. I'm just going to looking in the police system and check out the crime records.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. You're the only person that can make this. No assistance. Roll bureaucracy if you can.
I'm really bad at rolling dice.
Well, I mean, you know, it's
You are
something,
really
it's
well.
something to mark as a thing.
Yeah, you're really good at improving yourself.
Yeah, plus
Yep,
1% next time.
And I had 40%. So
Yeah, I mean, that's not unreasonable, considering the amount of looking into stuff people got to do here.
but like, is it that I cannot find any information about them, or they are clean?
You can't find anything about them, period. So it's not like, oh yeah, these exist and they're perfectly clean. It's like, no, these people, you can't find them.
Okay. Very shady.
Which it actually makes you worry more about this stuff.
Yeah. And this was system where basically the basic stuff, you don't even need to roll the dice. But I'm happy to improve myself.
And, well, dude, that's why I got to give everyone a chance to roll stuff if they want it. You can always make the argument like, look, this seems like it's very basic. And I already failed once. And it's getting late. Then we move on quickly. Anyway, where are we? Right, the explosive investigation. Gorm, Matteo, what do you want to focus on?
Well,
following Dr. Gorm around and looking important.
yeah. So, Dottia, you, I understand that you must have skills because you have been.
See,
Yes. You have been. You're an agent, so I guess my question is, you do realize you can't use corporate assets for anything shady. I hope I understand. You know.
what are you insinuating?
What the hell are you doing in this team? What are your skills?
Oh, it's just today's or last night's jail thingy. I hope it's the only time I hear of these kinds of things. I wouldn't want to bail you out too many times.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
the paperwork was there. It was only a matter of time.
Well, we're going to a bomb. What would be the crater? You wouldn't happen to have any expertise in explosives specifically?
Demolitions. See?
Yeah, that counts. I mean,
Well,
it's not a lot, but
you
it's
go.
something.
So
I've seen a pipe bomb or two.
So maybe you investigate what kind of bomb it is. I would like to try to examine whatever where the bomb. Well, if you find where the bomb was specifically, I could try and check if any residues remain.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. The two of you are investigating it, so just do it with a plus. To see if you can determine what kind of explosives you were dealing with. That means you get plus 20 on the thing. You got to check the little mark for it.
Yeah, I'm just okay.
And then demolitions.
We're just gonna skip a step and be like, yes, it exploded here.
I mean, that's
It kind of like
not a
it
question.
kind of sounded like a two-parter that he was building up for.
Yes,
and
the
it's
two-parter
like,
is his second part to be like, what sort of bomb is there residue? It definitely
Sure.
exploded here. Look at the fucking size of the thing. You're trying to determine what you can with your demolitions roll, and then whether or not anything can be traced back from it somehow.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
With
That's-
help,
Really?
With help, you
With
get
help, it's
exactly
better.
there. You spend a large amount of time going, no, we can't find it anywhere. It's nowhere. Ah, let's just give up. Oh, there it is. Just
Sitting
as you
down,
were
like-
about to give up.
Straight to the middle of the crater. We can't find
We
it.
can't find it anywhere.
Wait
It's
a
in the middle
moment.
of Grimmett. Hold on. Yes. Yes, you find it, and the two of you, I mean, technically Dr. Gorm also needs to roll for residue, but you determine where and what kind of explosive, roughly, which seems to be a large amount of thermite and a M112 demolition block, rigged with burner phones to set off the whole thing from a distance. As for residue that might allow you to chemically track it in any useful way, Dr. Gorm, why don't you roll with help on chemistry for that?
All right.
say it was
An
M-
M112 demolition block, which I believe is something you can just Google. So let me check. real
yeah.
quick.
I'm trying.
The question is, who would have resources for that if it's...
C4. C4.
oh, it's
I
just
mean-
C4.
No, it's an M112 demolition block. That's not C4. But yeah, if you did you also roll your thing chemistry? Good.
Yep, succeed.
That will verify that that is something used in military demolitions.
So who would have access to something like this? This is military-grade explosives.
Mhm.
Gories. I mean, a lot of people really. I don't know about around
yes, but this amount and of this
the
quality,
location.
I mean, it could have
exactly.
fallen off a truck. It could have been the black market, but far more likely, this was just professional military doing this. Or at the very least, someone supplied with the same sort of stuff the military gets. Like, this is not a sloppy job. You check the residue, you check how it was set up, the two of you go over the area, and you quickly conclude, like, no, this was, like, professionally demolished. This wasn't someone throwing in a pipe bomb through the window and hoping for the best. Like, the building was rigged in places that it would very thoroughly be reduced to a fine rubble.
So calling in for the rest of the group, Gorm goes like, we did find it. Find some. The crater might have been a hua job.
A what?
A hua.
If you're using the parentheses from the back of the book, please, for the sake of the audience, be like, hua translates to this.
Well, he's trying to mask it, especially for the ex-military guy, Agent Stone, that it might have been army with the hua, because they use it in that way.
Not to be
Yeah,
confused
like-
with the Navy, which goes, hoorah!
Stone understands. And say some follow-up question to verify that he knows what he's been talking about.
Yeah. All right. So just be careful what you talk about. Really.
This makes actually Stone to think that maybe that is one of the reasons why he couldn't find any information for the police database, is because they are military. So he's going to basically try to check out the data from military's database. What these people actually be working or right now being like working for the military.
Yes. With this new information, if you want to spend your time on it, you could sort of
Yes,
check
I do.
different assets. Now,
Yeah.
whether or not they are on an easily accessible record for you is a little bit of a matter of luck.
Yeah. And they might be like, if they are not working anymore, where they like resigned. What is the in the movies? They always like resigned with honors or resigned with disgrace or something like that.
Let's see. You will find one of their names matching to an explosive expert who was active in Afghanistan. Charles A. Soriano. What would you like to do with this information?
Round trip to Afghanistan. No.
No. That's just, where he was active, and it seems to match an explosives expert with military expertise and equipment.
Is there any reason to like? Can I find out that he's still active somewhere?
If you look into like, you find him on record, but you don't find his current activities, or that he's like for hire or active in a zone. Like current activities seem like they are just blank, which probably means he was recruited for some black operation somewhere somehow.
But like I can find any information that he would be honorable discharge or dishonorable discharge.
Nope, as far as you can tell, he's still just in active duty. But you can't find where.
Okay. How old was the information?
Ooh, I'm going to say just up to date.
Okay. Is there anything else I can find, like some colleagues, a supervisor, brands, like something else? Anything? I have a actually connection who is higher rank. My ex-supervisor in the military, who I could maybe be able to use.
That is one of your bonds, right?
Yes. Let me see.
Are you willing to
down.
risk damaging that bond?
We only live once, so yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to ask you to make, let's see, what sort of roll?
YOLO.
So it is here.
Wait, why are there roll buttons? Why are there roll buttons next to your bonds? Does that roll your bond? I'm not entirely sure. Know. What does that do? I'm going to check real quick because it has a score and a projected score, and then if you press the button, what does that do?
Yeah, so it's called.
That's for gaining or losing bond, right? Because if you call in on this and push them on it, you understand that one, there is a high chance that they just, figure out you're involved with some shady shit and they get involved in the shady world of Delta Green because of it. And you know that regardless of outcome, even if it goes really well, they're probably going to seriously get some pushback from whatever other organizations are here. Which, who knows how the fuck that ends. So, all right, if you would be willing to press the, because mine rolls was just as a test, so ignore the 4. Yes. And
maybe I can phrase it in the way that I'm basically myself like in an a undercover basically government a task force. Hush, and there is a possibility that there is explosive that could be actually part of some other military black op. And I need to know that am I basically stepping into something done by the good guys, or could this be could this person go to rogue, so to say. And if my contact Colonel Sarah Vale would have some way of like safely find out this information, I would be really happy about it.
Right.
But if it's too dangerous, then keep out of it, and I will step with like eggshells around this one.
So you're asking him to look into it, but only if it's not a problem, and stop if it is a problem.
Yes, basically, yes.
I mean, yeah, it's still sort of a matter of, because you don't know how bad something is looking into it. You know, you look into it, you think, oh, this is fine, and then you trigger some tripwire in the system where it's like, you're not supposed to look into this, and then you get shit because of that.
Yeah, but like that's what they are there for. So let's use this.
Okay. Well, like I said, please roll the thing next to your bond to see how much you lose over this, because I did roll luck, and you are losing over this.
Isn't there some roll to do that is red? This
well,
one?
actually, if you just roll it, it says so right there, WP loss. It's a roll you can make. So you're going to lose over this because your superior will start looking into this to a degree. And there are consequences for it, which I have ready, but I wanted for the amount that you roll. So if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And I don't know which one exactly. Oh, just one. Oh, lucky you. One loss of bond, as they apparently get a whole bunch of stress down their neck from other superiors. They will tell you that they looked into this name, and then some other clues that you gave them, and apparently what they're working on now, which led them down the road of something called Majestic. And
never heard of it.
No, that he hadn't either. But when he started looking into it, he apparently started getting a superior's breathing down his neck that he wasn't supposed to look into it. All he got was, if I can find, that someone called Michael Bellick was apparently involved in some large operation with it in some secret tech, and when he started looking into it, like as a potential recruiter for black operations, immediately he got all sort of shit for it. So whatever you are looking into right now, I don't think it's a great idea to just look into it. And this is some hours later, you will get a phone call from your handler. As like, hi, we understand you're looking into several things right now that are not related to your investigation. And we're going to have to ask that you stop that and focus on your primary mission.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. We're working on a need-to-know basis here. We're glad you understand.
I'm assuming this sort of happens at the same time as Guybrush is talking to the people in the hospital, like in tandem.
Yes, sort of at the same time.
Yeah. So he hasn't even had the time to tell everyone, like, stop looking into the bombing.
Yeah, although the feedback from the handler would be like, half a day to a day later. When the news percolates, like, where the fuck did you get this? Like, this guy, you, stop looking into this isn't for you. Why are you looking into it? This other guy, why the fuck is he looking into it? Oh, he's also in a black operation, Delta Green. and then it's like, well, why the fuck are your guys looking into it? Well, ask them and check with them that there doesn't do it. Oh, it's this handler, and the handler then gets back to you. Like, guys, fucking stop. No, it's not it. Oh my god, it's a secret. Yes, we know. Shut up. Stop looking into it. Okay.
Here's a secret that we found. You might want to. Yes, we know.
Yes, we know. Shut up.
Okay, Agent Stone is gonna like make the phone call of that back to what were people's names? Dr. Gorm, I took a look of the thing that you mentioned about Yuha, and that is no. We cannot explore it more.
A group call and then and then Guybrush is like, yeah, I was told not to look into the bombing. No, priority.
Okay, next time, like a
Oh, hey guys,
share,
you'll
share.
never, guys, you'll never guess what we found out.
It turns out the military is involved in the bombing. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh my god.
But yes, and that'll be what most of the 8th is spent on. Which then begs the question, like, do you follow that information and just go, oh, fuck you, Delta Green, you can't tell us what to do, and you investigate it anyway because it might be giving you information on the thing you're dealing with, or do you do something else in the information? What do you do the next day? Because this takes pretty much the entire day.
When we meet in person, Stone is gonna like tell when there's no like other like anybody else like listening is that I'm pretty sure that we did the bombing.
Do we?
Yes,
Well,
looks like it.
We didn't, but the military certainly seems to be involved.
No. I think that our organization did the bombing.
I mean, that's also a possibility.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot thing.
Guybrush is like, no, it seems to be more like this is a military cleaning things up. It's related to
You know,
weapons development.
sometimes you're not
like
supposed to know how things got clean.
Stone like a point
Just leave
himself.
it at that.
Military.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but I was also pursuing it through another direction.
But
And,
it's good for us to know that there is potentially
I'm pointing at
another
myself. Cleaning specialist. You're not always
Another
supposed to
team.
know, okay?
doing the same thing that we did. Maybe they failed and we were sent like after they had failed.
Maybe it's another branch. Maybe we should not ask more questions.
Well, we
That
need
is
to know what we're dealing
what I
with,
just
otherwise
said.
it's difficult to stop it.
Well, we need to find it and kill it. It's, I think, our biggest issue right now.
Okay.
But
We
So
know
let-
it doesn't like light. We know it
That
doesn't
is
like fire.
true.
We know it probably bleeds some kind of blue goop or something.
It
I
is a
think we
fair.
need some night goggles.
It is a fair assumption that if Delta Green knew things that would directly help you with your
They would tell
investigation,
us.
then they would tell you because they want that stuff dealt with
Yeah.
as fast as possible. So they're not going to be like, tee, we know that if you shine light on it, it explodes. Therefore, we will not tell you. But you don't need to know, like, oh, tee, we actually know exactly what this thing is and how it was made and how it functions. No, they would tell you what you need to know to find it and kill it
Right.
if they had that information.
Yeah, so pursuing this is probably just going to get us on the scope of the military as well.
Which you want
So
to
we
keep.
would be a cleaning operation before the Delta
Yeah.
Green can just go, no, they're
Yeah.
just trying to clean your mess.
That's
And the
something
military
you
might still
wanna-
be like, they know too much.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Yeah.
not be a
So,
target of a cleaning operation.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So
So how many days do we have till this thing is most likely trying to chase his
It is now the
family?
morning of the 9th. It's half a day of travel. So
Yeah, so
if you really don't
4-ish.
want to risk it being there, you could go there now. But potentially you have like a day of wiggle room. That is up to you to how much you think this may or may not go down.
yeah,
It's coming. So I would say that we will go straight away.
yeah.
Always a matter of
Guybrush
action.
also points out that one of them is a lot smaller and has primarily dined on beasts, which are by nature faster. So if the big guy has human legs and hands, and has been dining on elks and bears and whatnot, this smaller thing might be faster than the big one. So, or slower. Who
Bigger
knows?
is more dangerous.
Big one's more dangerous, but the small one might be faster and get there before the big one. So
Don't know
we
how to
have an
drive.
unknown variable whose speed we do not know at the moment. So yeah. In short, he agrees with you. We should probably go there now and secure the site, as opposed to wiggle around and then come back and find that, oh, the little thing came here and the family's dead.
Yeah, enough talk.
Yeah.
All right, that's a completely sane way of doing things. Because
Jump to the chopper.
Again, poking into things very much an option, but very much depends on the players, the type of characters you're playing, the things you're poking on. So just me checking, not saying it's a good thing because sanity loss might be waiting right around the corner. You know, Call of Cthulhu style. It's like, hey, you want to pick at that scab? No, good. Good, because
okay. I'm 3
I had a
points
big
away
encounter.
from my breaking point.
Uh-huh.
Let's go by Walmart or some other place. Like I think we would really need some night eye googles.
You have
For all
them.
of
You
us.
have them already. You have equipment you need. This isn't Hunter. You don't have to be like, oh, you know what? We craft a flamethrower. Just you mentioned the word flamethrower. That means you have it as long as you mention that a day before.
Okay, good to know. How about some grenades?
Yep.
Hand grenades.
Yep. You have them.
Okay, anybody who knows how to throw them gets them.
I believe that's just you.
Good. Or for me.
All right. So it is the 9th. You go to the kill zone, and just all of Billings is the kill zone.
Sewers first.
Sewers. You want to focus on the sewers.
First, because that's something that
Okay.
it's a small guy could use.
That would be the sewers of like an entire city. Do you mean just the sewers of like the few
Around
houses?
the building.
You've identified 2 buildings. What do you want to do with the sewers to secure those? Also, one of the buildings, I believe, has like a tent of that you're gassing it around it still.
Yeah.
Can we put like a motion sensor there?
A fumigation.
Ooh,
Yes,
motion
maybe, like,
sensors is
location
pretty good
A.
idea.
Previous address.
Yeah, like motion
Location
sensors
B.
into like most
Why not,
probable
around the house as well?
Huh. Well, that probably triggers with people either way.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
but
cats,
in the
cats and
sewers,
birds and everything. Yeah.
sewers should be pretty constantly not like beeping.
Yep.
So that's a good idea. Yeah, that works. Also, I'd like to.
As it reacts to every blob of shit that goes by.
I mean, blobs of shit generally shouldn't go in a specific direction. If you put it on the toilet and something crawls out of the toilet, I think it's very fair to assume that's not supposed to happen.
Sure.
And it's usually like a motion and heat. So it is both.
Great. So we'll just say motion sensors in sewers near homes. On both of them.
So, I'd
If
like
possible-
to. Yeah,
If
go
possible,
ahead.
basically, if we can get some like warning time. If it's like a straight pipe, basically.
Yeah.
Let's put it a bit further away so that we have enough time to react if it's not a ping.
Do you want to split up between the 2 homes, or do you want to just be somewhere generally and then it takes, let's say, like half an hour max to get to one of the homes?
I'd like to make a base around the non-fumigated house.
Right. The
'cause
current
fumigated
address
house is the current address.
based
and
here.
That way, at least the current address might have people inside, but the fumigated house definitely doesn't. So it's safer to let them be, basically. But what I'd like to do, yeah, exactly. And what I'd like to do is like try to build basically a scaffolding to create a sort of guard house, elevated guard house that has the spotlight, the UV spotlight, and to mask it off from the public, I'll just create basically a standee that says like basically a light show about to be held here in a week or so. So people don't just stand around gawking at it. They're like, "Oh, there's
Wow,
something
I mean,
to be."
come on, it's an American city. Like, how long do you think people are going to be gawking at a light?
Well, some people are just too nosy, and when they have a reason why it's happening, then they just move on.
I guess. Okay, so public made uninterested. Sure.
But mostly I'd like to have the guard tower up, so we have an elevated position to actually hunt it down if it comes up.
In guard towers. Is this in both locations then?
Well, if allowed, sure.
The important part is you can't be everywhere at once. So you're based at the current address. Okay. Then what starts to happen? Anything else you think is currently vital? I'm just going to add as a freebie, like, hey, you guys have patrols and whatnot. Patrols and sightlines in case it just starts running in from the forest somewhere. It's spotted outside of town. Right, because that was the original plan, have like choppers and whatnot, patrol cars, things are on the lookout for a big bear creature that could suddenly come into town. Because you don't want to give them too many details, because these are common police, and if all of a sudden go, oh my god, a fucking monster, that's not what you want. You don't want the police to all be aware of that time a fucking monster came to town. If at all possible. That would probably be considered less than ideal.
Yep.
But you have asked the police to do increased patrols just in case they go, hey, we saw something suspicious here. I'm going to go check it out, and then that police officer disappears because he's eaten. Which, gives you a heads up.
Yeah,
right.
sensor.
If this makes sense, then we will continue. Then, all right, October 9th, go to the kill zone, set stuff up. Set more stuff up. Great. October 9th comes and goes. October 10th. I need to check my timeline.
Agent Stone is still like looking out for like crime reports that could indicate that the creature's movement to city. If possible.
Now, at this point, you guys are doing stuff. It's doing stuff. Spots happening. So luck check number 1. Ooh, that's good luck. What does that mean? The increased patrols that you asked specifically to keep an eye on certain addresses will report that they saw what looked like a person trying to go inside the tent at the old address. They briefly, they just saw a person. They briefly tried to check it out themselves, but they lost contact.
With the patrol or with the person?
They lost contact with the person. Like they thought they saw someone, and then they didn't anymore.
When this happened?
When?
When?
Like they're patrolling it specifically for you, so they're reporting it to you that it happened now. It is the it is the actually it should be like late at night. It is currently like 8 o'clock at night, October 10. Something was spotted near the old address.
And we get a call.
And you get a call like, hey, you wanted us to keep an eye open for stuff. We just noticed stuff. A person.
Right,
that's all they have to report you.
Hold on a second. Let's wake up everybody.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm assuming you're awake.
Evening. Okay.
Yeah. Whoever you want to go there can go there.
I'm up. I'm awake. I swear.
It's always a question.
That is
It's always a
true.
question.
I mean, do you shake him awake if he's not awake? As long as he's not alone somewhere, it's not a big problem.
Should we tell the police to stay away from this? Like, we don't want any more police officers to get eaten.
Of course, and also maybe they it'll realize there's nothing there, so he should be coming our way, right?
Let us not also forget that this might well be a squatter trying to find an easy place, or a homeless person disregarding the tent and warnings.
They
And
lost
seeing
the
an empty
contact with
house.
the police officer.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty well trained. Can take care of like a squatter.
Well, wasn't it that they lost
just saw a
contact
person
with the
and they-
person who went in?
As in, they lost where, they checked, like, oh, I think we see a person. Then they get closer to try and figure out, like, hey, is someone trying to break in here? And then they don't find them anymore.
Yeah, so we didn't lose contact with a police officer. It's just they don't know who went in. They think they saw someone.
Okay. I thought that they lost contact with the officer who went to search.
No,
Okay.
they lost contact
No.
with the suspect.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do you want to tell the police to go in, or do you want them to wait until you're there, or do you want to keep distance and just stay on guard?
we don't want them to go in case they become meals. But I'm not sure if we should send the entire team straight away, because this might just be a squatter, and we leave this post open while it turns out to be a regular person who's just really good at hiding, or an
I think we
opportunistic
should-
thief seeing an empty house.
I think we should evacuate the family, like place them in a hotel nearby or something like that.
You already contacted them, like, oh, you should try to move out. Are they currently in their home at the current address? If this is higher than 70, then they left. No, they just sort of went about their business. They were gone for a few days, but they're here right now.
Okay.
You
Agent
can
Stone is
say,
going
like,
to
everyone
just
goes
get
to
them.
them and get them out. It's possible.
Yeah. Agent Stone is going to get them out.
Okay. So you make your way over to the family. That's what Agent Stone is doing.
Yeah, no
What's everyone else
more Arnold accent this time.
Here's going over there and said, come with me if you want to live now. And then they do, because you have an accent.
Nice. And Gorm's up in the guard tower with the light, ready to snap at anything.
Hold on. Which one?
He's
Because your base was at the current address, not the previous address.
In the current
Which one
address.
are you at?
Yeah.
Okay. Current.
In the current address, and saying to everybody like, okay, we should stay put and fortify. Not that he's a military genius, by the way.
Okay. That's Gorm. What about Mateo?
He will reinforce.
Okay, you're reinforcing the current address.
Bring the flamethrower.
Okay. You're all just reinforcing the current address. Who's talking to the cops? Because you haven't told them anything.
He's the one who answered the phone.
Wait, is nobody going? If nobody's going, then I'm gonna go.
Do you think Guybrush
check.
is fucking going?
Yeah, no, okay, I'm going.
No.
I'm going to check the old place.
Anyone going with him?
We should have two people go with them.
Maybe take charge of the police, like in the area, and like go with there.
We don't want to expose them in case it is this thing. It needs to be us two of us going in, and not the cops, because we don't want them to see if it's really it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a squatter, hey, lucky you. You're alone with just a guy. If it's not a squatter and you send the police in, well, either goodbye police or
we have more exposed people.
More exposed
or hello,
people.
Vector.
Yeah.
Well, Agent Stone's advice is to have the police to like basically keep the perimeter, and if anybody comes out of the house that is not you, bam. If you get eaten.
Yeah, I mean, the patrol car is parked in front of the house, and they're keeping an eye on it. Okay, that's what. Just tell them, just hold position and keep perimeter. Cops told, just keep watch. Okay, Mateo goes in to check. Anyone with him? What's your weapon of choice?
Well, I think I had a pistol of some sorts. I mean, fuck, I would love to have a flamethrower and backup, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure you were given more than enough weaponry, so if
You
you want a
have your-
flamethrower,
you-
you have one.
You have it, yeah.
But do you have
I feel
backup?
bad for Matteo. Gorm
It's gonna
doesn't
look-
want to go there.
yeah, it looks fucking weird, but I'll do it
Mhm.
anyway because fuck looking weird when it's about personal safety. I'm taking the flamethrower with my trusty sidearm,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go and check out the house. See if I can spot anything where it might be headed, if it's still there. And if nobody else is coming with me, I'm definitely gonna sacrifice one of the cops to go into the house before me.
Stone can join you after he makes sure that the family is in safety.
I got some pretty keen eyes when
mean,
it comes to
You're limited on time.
searching stuff.
You can't go to the family and get them out and then travel to the other location and like you gotta pick your battles.
And being alert and stuff, so I'll go and try and see if I can catch whatever was seen
Fine.
there.
Guy, if Stone's handling the family, Guy will come with you and die in the house.
I dare checks with Guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the others are at the base because, you know, what's going to happen is it's going to be a squatter. And then out of the bushes is going to jump a fucking Tyrannosaurus at the current address. And you're going to be like, oh, fuck! You know, just because I'm asking you stuff and not giving you answers. Okay, you travel over here. A small amount of time passes as you guys travel and mentally prepare. Mateo has a flamethrower. Guybrush has his
See.
pistol.
Yeah, his service gun.
You installed the UV lights at both locations, right? In guard towers.
I did.
That-
Yep.
Yep.
That would be the smart thing to do, yes.
So someone is available to operate them / turn them on. That would probably be Guybrush then.
Yeah. Guy will be the one handling the lights and
Mhm.
say, go clean.
Yep. So you climb up in the nearby guard tower, put yourself behind a
Yes.
UV light, just in
Yes.
case the thing is somewhere. Of course, UV lights mainly shine when the thing is outside. And
Yep.
currently you don't see it outside when you guys show up. It's just a big house wrapped in a tent, which makes it difficult to see inside.
Yes, it does.
Which is this house, except like you're wrapped in a big fucking I don't know how big the opening is, like not even, and it's like a flap. So someone put a big tent around the entire house, which is great if you don't want people to look inside, but it's shitty if you need to look inside. Because for all you know, you stick your head under those flaps and go inside, and the monster eats your head.
Yep.
Does Mateo go inside?
Nope.
Then
I'm gonna start by examining the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if I can see any weird ass fucking residue, some goop or some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Give me search. Things are on a time pressure, and
Yikes.
whoa, failed by 1. That is unfortunate. You don't
Okay,
find
no
any
goop.
goop. The most you can find is where the tent has been slightly disturbed. Time is ticking.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach that opening and I'm going to announce myself just in case it's fucking squatters or something. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
god damn it.
Okay.
Agent Tortilla, FBI. If anyone's inside the premises, now's a good time to mention it.
Okay. There is no
And
response.
I'm going to sing. I'm going to signal. Did we still have police on scene?
Yeah, there's a police car
do.
standing in front of the house, somewhat of a different angle as where the UV light is, but keeping an eye on the house.
Okay, I'm gonna signal officer to join me.
Barb
And
ready?
I'm gonna try and listen if I can hear any movement or any shuffling or anything happening inside the house while this guy is moving up.
Sure, roll alertness.
Ooh.
Okay, you hear some odd movement inside. It's not terribly loud, but you hear the cracking of wooden boards in some movement definitely happening inside. Currently on the first floor. I say first floor, but it's fucking American. Hold on. Picture. Oh god, this is completely not usable.
That's
this way.
second floor.
Yes, that's why I fucking pointed the arrow to it, because I'm like, this is not going to be... Because American first floor and second floor is one of those things that just constantly gets fucky.
Something unexpected occurred while rendering the tabletop. Refresh the page to resolve the issue.
Oh god, it's not
Yeah,
showing
something-
you the
same
monster
here.
because of the thing.
Yeah, we can't see it
tense.
because.
The monster is hiding the thing. Yeah.
Well, I refreshed.
Me too.
Okay, so
Something?
I'm gonna click the flamethrower on.
Yep. Whoosh.
I'm going. Yep, and nod to the police officer.
There's a cop.
Ladies
There's
first.
Mateo. You go through the tent.
Also, I think I heard something. Second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
Okay. The police officer readies his 9mm firearm. And as per police action, we'll be like... I mean, first off, okay, he acknowledges that you're like a special agent, so this is slightly different. But he still goes through the regular procedure, so he will announce
Yes.
himself like, police, please present yourself. You are unlawfully trespassing in a quarantined area. At which point you will hear some more movement upstairs.
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Says officer. Its name's not fucking Barb Rady. It's not Barb Rady from South Park. It's just some cop.
Would we have walkie-talkies
Some
for a
cop.
situation like
Don't tell
this?
me with fucking Barb Brady. Holy shit.
Would we have walkie-talkies for a situation like this?
You didn't say them beforehand, so let me give you a
Sure.
luck roll whether or not you managed to get those. 'cause
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
just doing
I
everything
feel like
right.
I'm on the border
Yeah,
of
no.
entering under the canopy right now, so I'm gonna.
You get a call.
Yeah,
As you're-
just gonna
As you're
signal you.
wavering around the tent entrance.
You've done everything by
Yeah.
phone instead of like some sort of combat setup, like where you just have an open mic at all times.
Yeah. We said we're professionals. You get a call to your phone, guys calling.
What's your ringtone?
It's El Sonidito.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
You do know that one. It just not by name. It's the annoying dude song from GTA 5.
I don't
beep-
play
beeping
GTA 5
song.
that much, but okay.
Okay.
Your phone goes.
I'm gonna link it. You need to hear this.
Oh no, do I? Do I need to?
Yes,
We don't
Yes.
You
need
just
to...
described it as annoying.
it's very annoying.
Okay.
And why do we have to?
Else, then why do I need to see it if it's annoying? Also, this
Because
is
it's also
Also,
amazing.
I don't want to fucking do it on stream. Shit, that's gonna get me copyright strike. Yeah, the band go do. There you go. This.
Okay. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Since you
Do I
called
have
the
hands
police
free?
officer over.
I hope I have hands free.
I'll grant you that much.
Okay.
Your Bluetooth headset that you had in. You still need to use one of your hands, like, answer the phone and then put it back in your pocket, but still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this okay timing? I have flamethrower. I'm hunting thing in house. Who's calling him?
Guy is calling him.
Great. What do you want?
Well, first of all, he's asking if there is someone, assuming so, because you called in the cop, and he goes,
Yep. Something upstairs.
I am
Moving
this
in
is
to
going to be
investigate.
a very far-fetched thing, but if it is him and he's searching for his wife, how good are your imitation and voice acting skills?
I never
Could you
see
try and
the
make
wife.
yourself sound
No, wait, was I
feminine
there?
and call out to your husband? Try and lure it out.
Are you seriously asking Matteo to imitate this guy's wife?
Yes.
Was I there? I can't remember if I was there. I feel like I was setting up the perimeter, so I haven't even. I'm just gonna fucking 100%, 120% bluff.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out the guy's name. What was his name again? Lieutenant, not Dan.
Daniel
Hewley.
Hewley.
Yeah.
Hewley.
You use Dan,
Yuli.
honey,
Dan.
something like that. Make yourself sound feminine.
Honey,
are
I'm
you there? I'm
home.
home. Exactly.
Oh, I missed
Try
you
to
so
get him to come
much.
outside.
I got the kids here waiting for you.
Okay, first off, what the fuck is a bluff check in this situation? You have no idea how weird this situation is based on the bullshit I have to do behind the scenes. Do you have a bluff or impersonate or acting?
I have disguise. I don't know.
Fuck
Is
it,
there anything
roll disguise,
else?
I guess.
No, that's.
I said it's a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Might as well. I've already announced myself, so you know.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, you call his name Daniel. Daniel Yuli. Is me your wife? I am downstairs. Okay, this thing is it's quiet for one fucking moment as you stop hearing something move.
Then it drips through the floorboards.
And then with the sound
Oh
of
my
like 10
fucking
people
God.
stampeding at once, some sort of blue multi-torsoed, multi-armed thingamabob comes fucking crashing towards you and
Oh fuck! It's
seems
here.
incredibly fucking pissed. This is heading at you at max speed. Give me a dex check to see if you can respond in time.
Dex check. Straight up Dex. Nope, that's 96.
Oh no.
Cool. How does regular initiative in combat work in this? Because you're in it and you're like one attack away from dying, probably.
Probably.
Okay, so initiative in the Delta Green system. Oh boy, because this thing is going down the stairs and you don't exactly
What
have.
was it? Page 16.
Yeah, I have
12.
page 50
New
of
character.
of the
No.
Agent Handbook.
And I was just create new character. Here we go.
The handler,
Agent creation, page 14.
the handler counts down by dex for all characters from highest to lowest. Oh, and I'm reading about from the old book, so might be different. This is page 50.
Yeah, I'm
I have the
at
same.
page 50
My
for
dex
turns
is
and whatnot.
13.
Right, yours is 13, which means I gotta check what this creature is, and if it's faster than you, you have a big problem.
Yes.
You'll be part of it soon.
I mean, holy shit, it's got that many legs, it's about to be faster than...
Also, it's incredibly
Well-
pissed right now.
It probably just takes aim, right? That's his action.
Let's see. Where is it?
There's a cop in between us somewhere also.
Oh no. Okay, it's in
Yeah,
between these
Just
two.
as a reminder.
What was your dex? Because this thing has like a dex of 14.
Yeah, I got 13. What about the
fuck's sake.
copper?
Barbary has like 2.
Save me, Barbary.
He's still like
I brought cannon fodder for a reason.
I mean, I get it. Okay, I'm gonna roll 4d6 for this guy's dex stat. It should be 3d6, 46 drop lowest, right? But it.
Yeah.
Okay, so drop lowest one of these. I should probably just put that in a command. Oh my god. No, Barbara,
Nope.
he's just a fucking average ass. Nope, he's very average, the cop. So what the fuck does this thing do? I imagine it's at the
That
top
was
of the
crazy.
stairs when you see it. Okay.
Well, hey.
Insanity time.
Reminder.
First off,
reminder.
insanity time, so yeah.
I was still outside when I started hollering.
That is true. Okay. Oh, fuck. Mental picture of how far it is, and because it doesn't have fucking stat. This is not D&D. It's not like, oh, you're
Because I was trying to get it to come outside.
You're hollering.
Like,
You're
Barbarian
hollering
is
like
dead
at
as
the
fuck.
door.
Sure.
Okay. You know what? Luck check. I mean, really looking for some way that this can make sense. He's at the top of the stairs when you see him, and you're at like the front door. This thing is about the shape and size of a man, except for, well, you know, all the parts that are extra.
Yeah.
But the overall weight of it is like 100 kilos. It is not outside. Are you faster than it? I mean, technically, you can do a thing. Is this a case of meat? You know what? Roll me a sanity check.
Sure.
Because you are
That
seeing
makes
some
sense.
bullshit, and obviously the cop is stunned by this.
That's
As
a
it just
success.
goes. Okay, that's a success. Seeing it for the first time. Oh, here it is. 1d6. You succeeded, so it's just a sanity loss of 1.
1 or 1d6.
Just one.
Okay,
1d6 is if you fail the sanity check.
gotcha.
And remember, you can put that sanity check damage in a bond, which are more easily restorable than sanity, so, you know, that's the thing of the system to keep in mind. Okay, if it lands an unarmed combat attack, skills, driving. Okay, so how do I determine if it lands an unarmed combat attack? Back to the thing. What's an unarmed combat attack? Let's see. Unarmed.
there's
unarmed.
Wait.
One
It's
action per turn. Disarm, aim, find, cold shot, attack. Encompasses from throwing a punch to firing an anti-tank rocket. Everything is just attack.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we roll for success for this? Melee weapons, hand-to-hand, kick. Like, you're in front. Yes?
I think it's unarmed combat, like opposed by dodge, the other character
Mhm.
or the target.
See
And,
defensive rolls on base 35, but yeah. I'm really just trying
And
to
it
figure
uses
out, like,
the-
what do we roll?
Yeah. So it should roll the skill unarmed combat, whatever it has to it, and the target should roll dodge, whatever it has on it, and if they both have this, if both have the same amount of success, the one who has the better like stat
Okay.
wins.
Okay, so with that in mind, let's check Mateo. What's your dodge? Since I'm assuming you're trying to not get hit when this thing lunges at you.
It's the basic 30.
Ooh, okay. It has 55 in unarmed combat. So all of your dodges is a success. I roll if my 55 is a success.
And higher is better.
It's a failure.
Hope it fails too.
It fails in this thing. So it does a D100, and its target number is 55. And if it succeeds, that means it lands.
Yep.
Wah, wah.
It fails.
Um,
It just sort of stumbles down the stairs then. No,
No,
It's-
it's the other way around.
it's the other
the wrong
fucking way
to-
around because the system wants
Yep.
you to be lower. So it says
Yep.
0 successes, but it means 1
successes.
successes. Because I gotta get the target number is lower than thing.
Yes.
So that
it's
means
just-
this thing lunges at you,
Yep.
and
It's bad.
okay, hold on. It says on
Bad,
your
man.
face. What are you wearing right now?
Clothes. Nothing special.
Just clothes. Okay. Just clothes. This thing, its arm is a lot more goopy than you think it would be. It feels like flesh, but it's like surrounded by a layer of soft, rotten, malleable tissue. You will, as it strikes you, we take a d4.
Oh no.
3, as this thing just sort of crashes into you with a big punch. But more than that is some of the goo might get on you. Make a constitution check.
Okay.
A
That's a success.
contest. That's a success. Hooray! As you quickly strip off this piece of clothing where it struck, as there's goo on it, as you quickly toss that off you and see whatever the fuck the goo is just sort of eating away at the shirt you were wearing. Fortunately, it's not on your flesh.
Okay.
Question: since he barges in there,
What was
roughly
the
at the
D4?
doorway.
Uh-huh. Is it
I think the
in line
D4
of
was-
sight for your thing? The tent is still
Yeah,
around.
can I put the because they're at the line? He
You-
barges in,
yeah.
smashes, and I'm not sure how far the tent would be from the door.
I'm going to say that the tent is a little bit further away due to how the building sort of looks with the porch. So he would need to be slightly further away and lure it out in order to be in range of your flashlight. I'm calling it a flashlight. You know what the fuck I mean.
Yeah.
Does he get lured outside by crashing through the tent?
Yeah, that was
fabric?
kind of.
I
So
think-
like he crashes into Matteo. So
I
does
think
that
it
carry
sort
them a
of
bit-
depends on how Matteo, because it's just the thing runs at you and punches, lunging back. I don't think it would knock you back several meters.
Okay.
I think after that it would be up to Matteo to decide how to deal with the situation. You have a flamethrower, but it's in melee range. You don't know if you're going to kill it in one go. Also, you know that you have backup outside, or you have, meat that you could feed to it in the form of the officer.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
you could bring
What
it
was?
outside.
Okay. What was the D4 for?
The D4 is the amount of damage you take, which
Gotcha.
it just
I
you
was
feel
assuming
something
so, but
crunch in
I
your
wasn't.
chest as
Yeah,
this
I
thing
wasn't sure.
lunges
So,
at
okay.
you. I forget because damage comes up very rarely. I don't know how much HP a person has in this.
I have a maximum of
points. There you
15.
go. So you take 3.
I have
Hit points go
9.
down. So you're now at
Ah,
12. Great.
Yeah, I picked Constitution.
That's probably good for this particular case.
Yeah, I have no idea how combat actually works in this fucking system.
Well, that's why we're going
probably
through this.
shouldn't-
Neither do we.
Well,
It's part of
you
the
have
confusion
some
that drives you
actions.
crazy.
Yeah.
If you take
There are some
more than
actions.
half of your hit points, you are stunned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have actions. You have aim, attack, cold shot, disarm, dodge, escape, which is from pinning. Also pin. You have fight back.
Do we have attacks of opportunity here?
I don't think that's a
No.
thing here. No.
No, move.
I think moving away would just
wait.
be if you want to get the fuck away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that would be an action to
Yeah.
move.
And moving is running a significant distance. It would effectively dashing. Let's just say that small
Yeah.
movements like the creature was doing here, yeah, that's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Okay,
action that
because
moves your agent
I'm
a
wondering-
significant distance, like 10 meters jogging or
Okay.
20 meters running or to 30 meters sprinting.
I
Mhm.
mean,
And then there's modifiers for attack and defense, but
And if you fall
I'm-
to 2 or less, you're unconscious, and if you drop to 0, you're dead.
So So usually moving requires no roll, but if agents are running or sprinting, players may need to make a dexterity ×5 test
Right.
to keep their footing.
Right.
5
Either way,
damage suffer depends. I mean, this is, I guess. 5
for
damage suffer
now,
depends on the flame's intensity. Victims suffer damage roll every turn of exposure. Intensity is a candle burns you for 1 damage per turn.
mhm.
Flaming brand 1d6, campfire 2d6, scalding steam, bonfire, blast furnace, lethality 10% each turn.
Yeah, lethality 10% literally means that some enemies are lethal, like able to be lethalized, and if it's possible, you have a 10% chance of actually just killing, one-shotting,
Okay.
whatever.
I'll
No
take
matter
my
what their
chances.
stats are. But
Yeah,
yeah,
instead of
that's not
running, I'll
everything.
take my I'll take my chances. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna blast this
You get to
motherfucker
use
with
your
a flamethrower.
flamethrower finally.
Yeah, okay.
TLDR, combat is very deadly in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 50 cal sniper is
I don't know
actually fucking lethal here.
how moving works without using an action, but I would love to like flamethrower this guy and try to move outside of the canopy.
I mean, you try to move a small distance, which is not an accident. It's just you move backwards and you spray so that you're outside in case this thing comes outside. Yes?
Yeah, and in case the fucking canopy just collapses on top of us or
Great, as
other
you're
bullshit.
spraying your flamethrower.
It's a fucking it's a flamethrower.
Note that the police officer
Sorry,
is
Bob
currently Bob Brady is currently sort of stunned, going in place, trying to fire his gun at it slowly and ineffectively.
I'm sorry, Bob Brady, but like, yeah,
Great. What are the particular rules
This is
for
what we're
flamethrower?
dealing with.
Flamethrower.
No fucking idea.
Handheld flamethrower, military flamethrower. This sounds like the sort of heavy thing you would have gotten. 10-meter range, lethality 10%, kill radius 2 meters. Okay, so you go as you step backwards and step outside the tent. Yes?
Yeah.
10% lethality. Does it? It's just 10% lethality and no damage? Hold on.
Had some. Well, Andres said some fire damage.
Unless a military flamethrower is like, on a tank, which I don't think this would be. Handheld flamethrower is like a gas can. A gas can with an open flame, and this
Example,
is
Ion XM42. I mean,
okay, I think I found
Google-
like a.
Yeah, I think these. Go ahead.
Yes.
There's the lethality roll. Like if you lethality roll succeeds,
Mm-hmm.
the target just dies. If it
Yes.
fails, your results. Let's say that you roll 47.
Yes.
It's gonna be 4 + 7 damage. If it's 99, then it's 9 + 9 damage. If it's 50, it is 1 + 5 damage.
Okay, so let's just apply that here. He shoots his flamethrower. What does he roll?
He's gonna basically roll the lethality roll.
Okay.
One is
So a D10.
D100.
Oh, okay. You roll a D100, and if it's 10 or lower, it just dies.
Yes.
And if
Whatever
it's not
it's just
10 or lower, it's on fire, and then...
It's
Damage.
not 10 or lower.
Wait, damage is 58?
5 +
No.
8.
So 13.
13 damage.
Oh, okay. 13 damage. And then the question is, does this thing even have 13 HP?
Oh.
And now it's on
okay,
fire?
Yeah, I mean, I should roll 2d10s. Basically, it is, yeah. You add the 2 dice together.
Oh, the 2 dice. Okay, so you actually have to roll.
So 5 + 8 in this case. Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
It works.
Yeah, well, 2d100
it works.
is basically 2d10s.
It's
so-
basically, yeah.
Or d100, so
So
yeah.
13 flame damage, and it's on fire.
And the damage, it has to roll dexterity ×5 test. Like, does it actually catch on fire? And then it will take half of the damage until extinguished.
I'm going to say it just catches on fire.
Yeah, then whatever damage you roll, it's going to take half that every round.
Right.
till it's extinguished. That's brutal.
Flamethrowers seem very deadly in this, but then you're also like one punch away from dying, so.
You have to be 2 meters away or what? Like,
Yes. As
you
Mateo
wanna go that
steps
near.
outside of the tent, Officer
Yeah, I'm a little
Barbrady
bit.
is here.
I'm a little bit too close to my comfort zone anyway. So
Do you part the tent for me?
I mean, he steps outside through the opening of the tent. Are you
Sure.
outside? Quick luck check. High is good.
Well, I am in the tower. That's where
Yeah,
I was
I know, but it's an
positioned.
angle like downwards. Okay, good. I'm going to say he steps out more than enough that if the creature come this way, you're able to blast it. It's not currently exposed to the light, but if the creature
Sure.
comes outside, you can blast the shit out of it. It's
Okay.
currently on fire. Officer Barbrady is going to shoot this thing a few times, blap, 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 giving it a very tiny amount of damage. Why the fuck does this not work anymore? Roll 20. What's wrong with you? Whatever. So that leaves it at after which this creature. Well, if you're on fire, like, is there a roll to get out of fire? Ugh. On fire. Set on
Have to
fire.
take in-
Boss. And then on
Oh,
its
gotcha.
turn, it takes half of the amount of the fire. And then, how do you stop being on fire?
That's probably.
Extinguish.
It's probably the anything else kind of action. So it's probably like putting yourself out of
I guess.
like stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, this thing will, inside the building, simply be flailing itself, trying to put the flames out, going, flapping itself, spraying bits of its blue goo all over the place, including on the police officer, who will run away somewhat terrified, like, what the fuck, what the fuck? And let's see, it will, seeing you with the flamethrower, actually retreat back inside the house after extinguishing itself. However, it's extremely fucked up by that. So half the damage of 13 is this thing looking crispy as it retreats back upstairs. Mateo, what do? Your turn. Also, we have Guybrush in the tower, I guess, but that's just, I'm going to say that's passive. If it comes outside, you blast it
Yeah.
with UV.
Yep.
At least on this side of the building.
is there anything I can do to help Barbrady here?
I mean, you can examine him, see if he's okay. He's, he's stunned from crazy. They're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck
Is
was
he
that?
inside or outside of the?
He's coughing.
I think he just ran outside.
Okay.
Or did I misunderstand?
No, it ran upstairs. Barbrady
No,
ran out.
Barbrady.
Barbrady ran outside. Barbrady's outside.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it sunlight? Like, is this day or
Night. It's 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna try and inspect Barbrady and
Give me a medicine
see if
check.
I can get any of the goop off of him.
Wait.
Nope, that's a failure.
Nope, he has some splashes of blue goo on him.
you hear?
That's
from
about
your-
all you can. I mean, yeah, he seems mostly in shock.
From an earpiece. You hear status report. What is happening? I'm assuming the hands-free phone call
The
is
police-
still on.
Yeah. The police has goop on him.
Okay,
He's
I
gooped
will
up.
activate the light and shine it on the cop. In hopes that exposure will minimize and kill the infection.
Let me think about that for 1 second.
Might be a tough call, but prepare yourself. You might have to kill these people.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what the light is for. Either a cop dies or the cop gets cured.
But the flamethrower is the cure.
Oh, I mean, sunlight kills.
Can we be sure it's not inside the nostril?
You shine this high-powered UV concentrated spotlight on the cop, and the parts that got splashed, which were like partly a little bit on his face and partly on his arm, you will see that just violently burn away as if it was, a caustic acid as it sort of bubbles, as well as a area just of the flesh directly around it. So this cop now has what looks like a big wound on his face, where a part of the flesh has been carved out, where previously this goop was. He's in great pain, but the blue goop seems neutralized due to it.
Was there like another officer that just watching this unfold from the car?
Yeah, in the cop car. He's looking at this and he's losing sanity rapidly.
Okay, I'm gonna try to call out to him, and what's the word? I'm gonna repeatedly keep just chanting at Barbrady to get his clothes off. Stand in the light. Get your clothes off. Get all your clothes off right now.
You spend some time with him doing that. Meanwhile,
while you're chanting that, Guy is going to try and shout to the other cops: "Get the towers lit. Aim at the house. Do not let it out." Actually, I find it difficult that when we rig this, there wouldn't be a centralized button that just lights them all up. It would be very inefficient.
Yeah. It's fine to light them all up, but you still it's a spotlight. You can't spotlight the entire city, so you have aimed spotlights. And yes, they're all on, but aiming them is something you kind of got to do in person.
Fair, yeah. Right.
So yeah, there's some vague lights around, but this thing isn't stupid. It's gonna avoid them if it's just sitting there in a straight beam.
Yeah, but if it's gonna keep it inside the house for a bit longer, that's perfect.
Yeah, like general illumination, because the tent is white and
Yes.
So just like get initial illumination out so we can maybe keep it for a moment and get people into those towers to sort of aim it. But like trigger it now and then just get those towers manned. Do not let it get out. Is what he's going to command the officers.
Yeah. Are they in a state to do that? They'll try, but they're slow. They're not going to do it this turn quite yet. And Barbrady is incapacitated. The other one doing his best. Also sort of stunned right now.
Also,
going to prioritize helping.
The reason why I'm chanting is I'm trying to get him to take some kind of action on his own so I can get back to burning the fucking house
You
down.
focus on you. Things inside. You do you help. I'm going to say it's Mateo's turn.
Okay, I guess I should... I remember seeing the picture. If this house burns down, it's not gonna start necessarily a whole ass city fire.
No, and that's what the fire department's for.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna fucking light the house up. Fuck it.
Exactly. And if you can get to burn the tent up, we can shine the light in through the window.
Yep. Okay, it's going to take you a few turns to go around this place and set the whole thing on fire. As you just
I'm just gonna
during that few turns, the remaining cop will also, the not hurt one, will also make his way over to the other tower and try to follow your instructions that you're yelling. Just fucking shine light at it, whatever the fuck it is. Inside,
try to find it.
Decisions are being made. That's lucky for you. Okay. This thing, unbeknownst to you, will be doing things. However, at that point, much of the house will already be on fire. Side is on fire. Side is on fire. As you're just going around, and as it happens, and you're lucky, this tent pretty flammable, coating the outside in
also,
flames.
I guess I'm trying to keep my eyes and ears open for any, window shatter or the thing just trying to escape, basically.
And in its position, it doesn't have anywhere to go. You did kind of this, so I'm gonna say that, yeah, seeing how the situation is going and being like, well, fuck, I'm cornered, and they're setting the house on fire. I'll take my chances not being on fire then, as it tries to jump out and get to a different building nearby. But Guybrush has been on standby for that the entire time.
Yep.
And now sidelines are opening up. So Guybrush, give me... What's a proper one for this? You're going to get multi-bonus because you're like prepping, but what exactly does this fall into? Heavy machinery? No, it's not heavy. It's just sort of operating something.
Firearms?
It's
terrible for me, but...
I don't think so. Except I also don't really know what applies here, so... Artillery.
I would argue this would be one of the situations where I would argue operating the thing is probably not the issue. It's more about being fast in
yeah,
the
it's just being fast,
yeah.
but I also want the ability to apply a skill if it's practical, or just dex, but it's also, you get like a plus 40, so that puts you at like 90. So give yourself a plus 40, and then
how do I give myself a
on a deck? I think you just the difficulty.
Oh, difficult, yeah, over there, and then
difficulty plus 40, and then you say dex check. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as this thing dives out the window and takes a mild amount of damage, as it tries to run, you pin it down with the big beam of light, which has a similar effect on it as the flamethrower, just sort of immediately shattering some of its legs and, making much of the blue goo start to boil, slowing it down significantly before it can get to another building, allowing Matteo to walk around again and just set it ablaze again with his flamethrower.
Can I be an evil person and say that, like, I think that, like, there's like also one more sanity check for like
whoever hasn't
Michael.
Seen this yet, like you absolutely see it yet. So sanity check for you. I don't think this is going to stun. If you fail it, well, if you fail it, that's a D6, which might stun you actually. So
yep, that is true.
2. Does that break you? Does that bring you to your breaking point?
Wait, I'm at 55 minus 2. I'm 53. My breaking point is 52, so I'm 1 away from my breaking point.
You could project it already.
Yeah, please.
That is true. I could. I will actually project that on my ex-wife.
As you shine to be my fucking wife.
Now, when you click the button, now you actually get to see.
So does my current sanity doesn't go down? It goes on to...
It depends. If you click on the button first.
Okay. Which one?
Next to the ex-wife
okay.
bond.
So
you lose 4 willpower.
4 willpower. Okay.
If you have any willpower left, then
I have 9 left.
If you have even 1 left, then you lose this much to the bond, which is 4.
Oh, from 73.
And you lose 4 less sanity from whatever was rolled.
So none then.
Oh, so that's how projecting works. Well, glad we finally had an example of that.
Yep.
So it rolled a 2. You don't want to take the 2, so instead you roll this, and that results in some willpower loss, some bond loss, and an amount being deflected from the insanity. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll check if you lose the like extra. I'm pretty sure you do. I'm just making sure.
Yep.
But yeah, we can carry on.
Either way, you shine the light on this thing and continue to shine the UV light spotlight on it as Mateo sets the thing on fire. As it partly regenerates as it tries to crawl in a direction, but the combined fire and damage is simply far too much for this thing to try to adapt to whatever the fuck it was going to do. Some bits of it splash all over the base, but none of it can do anything under this amount of UV light and flames. After a while, the creature turns into a mass of glass-like structure. Some old skulls and human bones and animal bones and other bits of biology can be seen sticking out of the thing. But eventually, it stops moving as just a puddle of that glass-like structure.
Okay. I'll also sort of shine once it really stops moving. He'll also sort of shine around it to kill any splatters, like sanitize the area so that no goop remains to be stepped on until daylight, at which point someone might be infected and this guy just regenerates.
Yep.
So
after a moment as a few moments of silence, you go, yeah, I think we might have got this one.
Yeah, and as soon as this guy's dead and I'm done sanitizing, immediately call the other guys and goes, big one dead.
One more.
Lights and flamethrower, really good. Small, Nomi is still missing.
Okay. Bounce down, flubber left. Or flop,
Yes.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The stupid
The
thing.
flub.
You thought this was the big one.
Yeah, he did. I'm thinking that
Yeah.
And we'll end the session on that note.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is the only one with human characteristics.
Which is,
I was wondering. Sure.
you know, it's not the bear. It's
Sure.
just the guy. It's just the
Yeah, I mean,
one that killed
the big
people.
one was a bear-sized week ago, and it's been feeding,
Yeah, that's
so-
fair. That's fair.
Question: was this the one that was bear?
No. Out of character, no.
Yeah,
So
I'm assuming it to be.
Is it the third one then? There's a small, quick one.
That's a
that is-
good
is one?
question.
Yeah, the small one has been growing. So
We
I mean,
will-
alternative, we could check what size bones they are, but that's next turn, next week. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are questions you might want to think about and answer.
yeah,
end of session, so we get to upgrade. I got that
Yay!
one
Yeah, don't forget to
assisted
use your
drive
dice.
that failed, so I actually get something.
Yay! Okay.
Ooh,
yeah, I
that's
get to
cool.
put into my driving skill as well. That's the only one I failed, and I was sad. Well, I say sad, but it's still
fun to
better to
upgrade.
succeed and get things than
Let's repeat this. Like one like a skill, you can get 1d4 more, right?
yeah,
Yep.
and the rest get plus
And-
one.
One of your
the rest
failures is a
of it.
1d4.
Something went wrong. Something
Yeah.
unexpected occurred.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
dismissed
it
it
did
this
that
time.
earlier.
Yeah, roll 20 is being a little fucky again. Anyway.
Lovely.
But say goodnight, everybody. Good night, stream.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
Good night,
bud.
everybody.
Good night, guys, brother.